familiar with who Nicole Fuentes is? I see the name in here.
Let me hang on. I can't see my screen. Just give me a second. And as soon as I've got the live stream set up, I can go back to my Zoom screen. Just the question is, Nicole Fuentes, can you unmute for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Fuentes, what's your association with this case?
I am here on behalf of LaQuisha Stotts.
Okay, you're just, are you a friend, a family member, or?
Yes, I'm a friend of hers.
And
Okay,
she's my
Mr.
cousin.
Morales.
And I'm the cousin of Adam Aguilar.
All right. Counsel, again, anybody intend to call her as a witness?
I did not, John.
P.D. Hammonds does not.
I may possibly, Your Honor.
All right, so the rule of witnesses has been invoked already in the case. Ms. Fuentes, I'm going to have to put you in the waiting room until it's your turn to testify.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
You are instructed that you cannot discuss this case with anyone other than the attorneys. And you are absolutely not permitted to watch the live stream of this on YouTube. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll put you in the waiting room until such time as someone calls you as a witness. I'm going to just give you a heads up. This could be a very long wait. So you may want to be where you've got your device plugged in and just stay close enough to your device to hear if your name is called.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, we'll go ahead and take announcements in the Stotts Shelton and Stotts Aguilar cases.
Daniel Trial for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, present, ready.
Here, Morales for respondent, mother LaQuisha Stotts, Your Honor. She's present. I'm ready.
Vince Nowak for Cameron Shelton. I'm ready, Judge.
P.D. Hammonds for Adam Refugio Aguilar Jr., father of Arrow and Egypt. Ready, Judge.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the girls.
All right, thank y'all. All right, Mr. Trout, who's your first witness?
Your Honor.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Trout, you may proceed.
Judge, can you mute Mr. Aguilar? I'm hearing a lot of background off of his.
All right, Mr. Aguilar. Okay, they muted. Mr. Aguilar, just so you know, I mean, if you need to interrupt because you need to speak with your attorney, you know, don't hesitate to unmute and let me know that. All right, Mr. Trout, you may proceed.
And Ms. Jordan, how are you employed?
I'm a supervisor for Child Protective Investigations.
And you were the supervisor over this case at removal, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And the investigator at the time no longer works for the department?
No, sir, she doesn't.
Does the department keep regular records in its cases?
We do.
And are those records kept in the ordinary course of business?
Yes, sir.
Are the entries in the records made at or around the time the events occurred?
Yes, they are.
Are the entries made by a person with personal knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Do you have access to those records?
I do.
Are you a custodian of records for the department?
Yes, sir.
Have you had the opportunity to review the records in this case?
I have.
Are the removal affidavit, investigative reports made a part of those records?
Yes, sir.
And are they filed with the court?
Yes, they are.
And have you reviewed those documents?
I have.
Ms. Jordan, how did the department become involved in the case involving the 3 children we're here on today?
On September 17th, 2023, we received a report due to an altercation that had occurred at a Walmart between Ms. Stotts and Mr. Aguilar, which resulted in Mr. Aguilar striking Ms. Stotts' vehicle while the children are inside of it.
Okay. And once that report came in, per the notes, what did your investigator do?
She had first made contact with Indiana at school.
Okay. And was Indiana in the car at the time?
No, no, I believe it was just the two other children.
Okay. Did your investigator find out who the parents were?
Yes.
And what's the mom's name?
Miss Stott's first name is LaQuisha Stotts.
Okay. And the father at the time, the alleged father at the time to the Aguilar children, what was his name?
Mr. Aguilar, oh, hold on. I know it's Junior. His name is Mr. Adam Aguilar Jr.
Okay. And the father to the child, Indiana, is who?
Cameron Shelton.
Okay. And was your investigator able to speak to, actually, she spoke to Indiana, was she able to speak to any of the parents?
Yes, she did.
Okay. And who did she speak to first?
She spoke to Miss Stotts first.
Okay. And what was her conversation with Miss Stotts?
She had a discussion with her in regard to the incident that had occurred.
And what was Miss Stotts' explanation or statement as to the incident?
She had stated that Mr. Aguilar had attempted to run over her in a vehicle while Egypt and Arrow were inside of the vehicle. She said that she didn't have any recollection that Mr. Aguilar was going to be at the wall that she was at.
Okay. Did that statement change later on as far as whether she knew he was going to be there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what did that state? What was that statement?
She disclosed that she had invited Mr. Aguilar over to the residence on the night before while her mother had watched the children, and that she had told Mr. Aguilar's relative, who in turn told Mr. Aguilar's girlfriend that this meetup had occurred, and that the girlfriend of Mr. Aguilar wanted to meet her at Walmart to fight her, and that she did agree to meet her, and she left to Walmart.
Okay. So by her statements, she knew that somebody was wanting to meet her there to fight, and she took her children along with her.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And on the way there was notified that Mr. Aguilar would be there
Yes, sir.
and continued to go anyway.
Yes.
Did were parents at the time, were they involved with the department in any kind of
Yes,
way?
they were. They had an open family-based case.
Okay. And were there any safety plans in place?
Yes, sir.
And what were those safety plans?
The safety plan was that Mr. Aguilar would not have contact with Miss Aguilar and the children.
So Ms. Stotts had admitted to inviting him over,
Yes, sir.
and then knowing he was going to be in a certain place, went anyway with the children during this safety plan.
Yes, sir.
And then you stated Mr. Aguilar tried to run her over with a car.
Yes, sir.
And did he hit Ms. Stotts?
No, sir. He hit the vehicle instead, and the children were in the vehicle.
Okay. Do you know whether Mr. Aguilar was charged with anything at that time?
I'm not aware of that, no.
Okay. All right. Did your investigator, was she able to meet with Mr. Aguilar during this?
No, when she reached out to him, he had refused to speak with her.
Was she able to find or track down Mr. Shelton?
Yes, she was.
And when was she able to do that?
She made, actually it was, I believe, the day of removal is when she made contact with Mr. Shelton.
Okay. And at that time, Mr. Shelton, it wasn't known where he was living, but he was considered at that time a non-offending parent. Is that correct?
At that point, yes, he was non-offending.
Okay. But we'd request a removal and children had been removed at this time.
Yes, sir.
Was it determined that it was in the best interest of the children to remove or to ask for removal, based upon the violations of the safety plans and the endangering of the children?
Yes, sir.
And was it determined that that was in the best interest of the children
Yes, sir.
and in the department's opinion?
Yes.
After the removal took place, you stated that the investigator was she able to get up with Mr. Aguilar?
Yes, she was.
Okay. And what was his conversation of the?
He stated that there was misinterpretation regarding what was previously stated, and that she had instead tried to run over him.
And then was your investigator able to speak to Mr. Shelton later on?
Yes.
Okay. And what was that conversation?
She had provided Mr. Shelton with all of the paperwork and things like that. She basically gathered information as to the why the removal occurred. Mr. Shelton had said that he was supposed to have his daughter the day of the incident. However, it was her birthday, or there was a birthday party, and that's why he didn't.
Okay. And were visits set up for the parents? Or were they working on it?
Yes, they were being worked on at the time.
Due to the incidents of allegations of domestic violence with the parents and Mr. Aguilar and Ms. Stotts working with family based and this incident occurring, was it in the best interest of the children to remove the children at the time?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor. You're muted, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Morales?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Shonrett, as far as you're aware, there was no subsequent arrest of Ms. Stotts for the Walmart incident?
Ms. Stotts?
Yes.
No, sir. Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Are you aware of when the safety plan that they were under at the time of removal, are you aware of when that was signed?
I'm not aware of the actual date that it was signed.
Okay. Are you aware of whether or not that's something they had been subject to for quite a long time, or was something that was pretty recent? Are you aware of that?
It was recent in the open family based stage, yes.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
All right, Mr. Nowak?
Questions, Judge?
We can't hear you, Vince. You're muted now.
Hear me now?
You're real faint.
Jace,
Oh, now that's better. All you gotta do is
and
yell.
that's me yelling for my assistant. No questions, Judge. Thank you so much.
As long as you stay in that tone of voice, we got you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Hammonds?
Thank you, Judge. Ma'am, when you got involved with this case and reviewed the paperwork, did you review the police report of this incident at Walmart?
No, sir, I did not.
Okay. Did you see any of the photos of the vehicles, of the damage of the vehicles?
No, sir.
Okay, so, I mean, you don't know, when you say the vehicles made contact, I mean, that's coming from the affidavit of the investigator, correct?
Yeah, yes, sir, her conversation with the law enforcement.
Okay. But you don't know the extent of the contact.
No, sir.
I mean, if they were going 5 miles an hour and they hit bumpers, for instance.
No, sir.
Okay. I have nothing further, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Ball.
So you said that there had been a family-based case starting in July of 23, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. July of 2023.
What had happened to cause that family-based case?
It was a report, another report of domestic violence between Ms. Stotts and Mr. Aguilar.
And was that in May of 2023?
Yes, ma'am.
So the parties had been working this case for about 2 months when this Walmart incident occurred.
July, August, yes, ma'am. 2 months.
Although Indiana was not present at the Walmart incident, did Indiana make any outcries of domestic violence between her mother and Mr. Aguilar?
She did.
What type of outcry did she make?
She had stated that Mr. Aguilar was going to kill her mother, Miss Stotts. Indiana stated when they lived at the trailer, her mother would get hurt, thrown down, threatened, and a gun would be put at her head. But she wasn't aware of any incidents that occurred on that Saturday of the incident.
The Walmart with
Yes.
the car.
Yes.
I pass the witness.
Okay, Mr. Trout, back to you.
I have no further questions of this witness, Your Honor.
All right, anybody else have any further questions for Ms. Jordan?
Just briefly, Your Honor. Ms. Jordan, are you aware of whether any arrests were made from the domestic violence incident that occurred in May of 2023 that led to the family-based case of July of 2023?
I believe that there actually you know what, I'm not going to speak to that. No, I'm uncertain.
Are you aware of whether in that case it was alleged that Miss Stotts was a victim, or was she by chance a potential defendant? Do you know?
She was the victim of that particular case. Oh, in 2023? Is that what
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
asking?
Yes, the May 20.
In that particular case, it reads as that Miss Stotts had actually thrown a rake and hit Mr. Aguilar, and that she had left left the home with the children.
Does it explain if that was done defensively?
It doesn't.
And I guess what you're reviewing also doesn't go into detail whether or not anybody was arrested.
No, sir.
Okay, I'll pass the witness.
All right, anybody else have any questions for Ms. Jordan?
No, Judge.
All right, then, is Ms. Jordan free to go at this time?
No objection.
No objection.
No objection.
Objection.
No
Oh.
objection, Judge.
Ms. Jordan, thank you so much for attending today. You're free to go.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Haley.
Okay, Mr. Trout, who's your next witness?
Tiffany Brown, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Brown, I'm sorry, you were sworn in and you're still under oath. So just and I'm not picking on anybody, but as a global reminder, since we have two fathers in the case, if you all will please refer to them as either by their full name, either Mr. Cameron Shelton or Father Shelton or Mr. Shelton, Mr. Aguilar, whatever, or Father Aguilar. That will help our record tremendously.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, then, you may go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Brown, again, since it's been a while, would you state your name, for the record and what you do?
Tiffany Brown. I'm a permanency specialist for St. Francis Ministries.
And you're familiar with the case involving Egypt and Arab?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kind of start from the beginning on this. So you heard testimony that at the beginning of our case in the removal, Mr. Shelton was a non-offending parent at that time. Is that correct?
At that time, correct.
Okay. How did we look at Mr. Shelton to return his child?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what happened there?
He was sent for a drug screen and tested positive for methamphetamines.
Okay. And was that asked for at the adversary hearings?
Yes, sir.
And that was asked as a home assessment to see if we could place the child and get out of that case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But due to the positive drug screens, we were not able to do that, correct?
Correct.
No. And Your Honor, I would ask to admit into the stock shelting case, exhibit. Sorry, Your Honor. That's marked SS2. That is affidavit of business records in regards to Father Cameron Shelton.
All right, any objection, counsel?
No objection?
No objection.
I feel like I'm shouting and I shouldn't be shouting, but as long as the court can hear me, I've got 7 exhibits from Daniel, and I don't object to any of them. I don't object to this exhibit or the other 6.
All right, you get the Mr. Congeniality Award of the day.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Noack. All right, then petitioner's Stotts Shelton exhibit SS2 will be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, no objection from TD Hammond's, just, I need to get that in there, I guess.
I'm sorry, I didn't, I thought I'd heard everybody. My apologies. Thank you.
I understand.
Ms. Brown, do you have those exhibits in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Can you pull up exhibit SS2?
Yes, sir.
And on the page 2, it states at the bottom certified copy, page 2 of 24. Can you open that page?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And just plain reading, is this a hair drug screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this is the drug screen stating that he had tested positive for methamphetamine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the date the specimen was collected was up in the top right. Is that 10/11 of 23?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So did you begin, what is your first steps after that? What is your first steps when you get a case?
When we get a case, we attend the ICM meeting.
Okay. And what is an ICM meeting?
It's an initial coordination meeting between St. Francis and DFPS CPI.
Okay. After you get through with that meeting and St. Francis has taken over the case, do you build what's called family plans of service?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And tell us what a family plan of service is.
Those are services that are tailored to the parent to mitigate the reasons for removal.
Okay. And was that done in both of these cases?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What type of services are parents generally asked to do?
Generally to comply with the services in the original family plan, to communicate with their worker, to attend visitation, to have transportation, to attend parenting class and therapy.
And those are general services. Do those things change depending on case-by-case basis?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you stated that one part of it is to for the parents to comply with the original plans of service, but is it also to comply with original and any amended plans?
Yes, sir.
And any other, as normal, any other court orders, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Were family plans of service tailored for this case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And were those family plans of service, were they filed with the court?
Yes, sir.
Were those family plans of service, were they gone over with all the parents?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Ms. Stotts, Mr. Shelton, and Mr. Aguilar all had opportunity to look at these family
Yes, sir.
Do you file those with the court?
Yes, sir.
And where are they filed with the court in these cases?
I don't understand your question.
Sorry, they're generally filed with the court. Were they filed in both of these cases? Were they filed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
Do you have the exhibits? You have all sets of exhibits I sent out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll start with the Shelton case. Exhibits SS3 and SS4. Do you have those?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me what SS3 is?
It is the family plan for LaQuisha Stotts.
And this is a certified copy?
Yes, sir.
And it was filed with the court on 10/27 of 23?
Yes, sir.
And this is the family plan that you filed, you generated and filed.
Yes, sir.
Did mother sign this case, this family plan?
Yes, she did.
Your Honor, I'd ask to admit exhibit SS3 as the family plan of service for LaQuisha Stotts that was just testified to.
No objection.
No objection?
I don't have any objection to the 1 through 7 that you sent to me, Daniel. So obviously no objection on this one, Judge. Thank you so much.
I think we lost DD.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we got him back in now. Mr. Hammons,
Yeah, Judge.
you know,
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I just got blacked out. But the question that I lost contact, Mr. Trout was asking, do you file those service plans with the court after the people had discussed them with her?
okay, and Ms. Brown answered in the affirmative that yes, they were filed. And then I think
Okay. I mean,
Mr. Trout was, I think, then introduced petitioners SS3 and SS4. Identified petitioners SS3 as mother's family plan of service and is asking to admit that. Did you have any objection?
no.
Okay. Ms. Taylor, did you get everybody else? All right. Okay, Mr. Trout, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Brown, while we're looking at it before we get into them, exhibit SS4, can you tell me what that is?
It is a family plan of service for Cameron Shelton.
And did Mr. Shelton sign this?
He did. Yes.
And that was filed with the court on 10/27 of 23.
Yes, sir.
And this is a certified copy of that report.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I've asked to admit exhibit SS4 also.
No objection.
No objection?
No objection, Judge.
Obviously no objection, Judge. Thank you.
All right, petitioners, exhibit SS4 will be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're going to kind of work through these cases a little separate just so we try not to get them confused, Ms. Brown. As to Mr. Shelton's case, Cameron Shelton, what type of services was he asked to work throughout this case?
He was asked to take an OSAR and complete any recommendations from the OSAR. A TPC evaluation, a psychosocial and individual counseling, maintain a drug-free lifestyle, locate and maintain housing, locate and maintain employment, transportation.
What he has to do, parenting classes?
Yes, sir.
We'll kind of start at the top on these. As a general question, has Mr. Shelton complied with the family plan of service?
Somewhat. He has completed his, I'm sorry.
I was just going to go through them individually. Has he completed his family plan of service?
No, sir.
Okay. Has he updated you with changes to his address, residence, phone numbers within 5 days throughout the case?
No, sir.
Okay. Has he maintained regular contact with you?
No, sir.
And when you say no on that, how long has it been since you talked to Mr. Shelton?
I believe in October of 2024.
How often do you try to reach out to him?
By email at least twice, 2 to 3 times a month.
Do you have a current phone number for him?
I have a number for him. I don't know if it's current.
When you call that number, do you get a response?
I don't call the number. He stipulated that all communication needs to go through his attorney.
Okay, and do you do that by email?
Yes, sir. I include his attorney in all emails.
Okay. Do you receive responses from Mr. Shelton?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you tried to do home visits with Mr. Shelton?
No, sir.
Okay. When's the last time you have been to his home?
In the beginning of the case in November of 2023.
Do you know if he still lives in the same home that he did at the beginning of the case?
I do not know.
Do you know whether Mr. Shelton still has his own transportation?
I do not know.
And we've already stated you weren't sure about his housing. Do you know whether he is still working?
I do not know.
Have you reached out to address whether he is working?
The last time I talked to his counsel, he is working.
Okay. Do you have, I understand you talked to his attorney, but do you have any pay stubs? Has he turned any of that over for you?
No, sir.
Okay. Has he throughout the case at all?
No, sir.
Okay. Did Mr. Shelton complete an OSAR?
He did not.
Okay. Had the OSARs been set up?
Yes, sir.
Did he attend those OSARs?
No, sir.
Was it a situation where he called and canceled it, or was it a no-show, no call? Do you know?
It was a no-show, no call.
And when was that?
The last scheduled OSAR was 9/27/24.
Okay. Do you know whether there's been an attempt to reschedule that since then?
No, sir. There has not been an attempt.
Part of his service plans is to drug test. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Did Mr. Shelton, has he drug screened for the department? I know we admitted some drug screens, but when was the last time he drug screened?
4/22/24.
4/22?
Yes, sir.
And did he, were his last screens, were they negative or positive?
It was positive.
Okay. For what?
Marijuana.
Okay. On the screens that he did not attend, did you try to send him monthly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. On those screens, when parents don't attend or don't drug screen for us, are those presumed positive?
Yes, sir.
And is there any way to tell, for you to tell as the caseworker, whether a parent is living a drug-free, clean lifestyle without them testing?
No, sir.
So for us to know that, we need the parents to drug screen, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And with presumed positives, it's the opinion that parents are not drug screened or not
Yes,
clean.
sir. Yes, sir.
Did Mr. Shelton attend a psychosocial?
Yes, sir, he did.
Okay. As part of the service plans, is it to attend a psychosocial and follow through with any recommendations?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did Mr. Shelton follow through with or did he have any recommendations?
He did.
Okay. Did he follow through with those recommendations?
No, sir.
Okay. What recommendations were those?
It was recommended to attend counseling to address any issues related to the case, to maintain gainful employment, to attend a parenting class, and to complete an OSAR assessment and follow through with any recommendations regarding treatment.
Okay. And we already established he did not do an OSAR, correct?
Correct.
So he didn't follow through with that one. You stated that, as far as you know, from what his counsel has told you, he is working.
Yes, sir.
So he does have employment. So that part of it he is doing. Did he do a parenting class?
No, sir.
Okay. Did he do individual counseling? Did Mr. Shelton do a TPC evaluation?
He did.
Okay. And you stated that he did not do parenting classes, correct?
Correct.
Good.
I need to make a correction.
Okay.
He did attend his first OSAR. The recommendation from the first OSAR was to complete the Padre program. He
Okay.
was testing positive and had to go back for a second OSAR. So he completed one OSAR, but that did not go back to the second OSAR.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that correction. Does he have visitations with Indiana?
No, sir.
Okay. And when were those stopped?
Those were stopped in July of 2024
And why was that?
because he was not drug screening.
Has he you stated he's presumed positive because he has not drug screened for you since, correct?
Yes, sir.
And in order to get his visitations back, if he had a drug screened and been clean, he would have got visitations back.
Yes, sir.
Was he made aware of that?
Yes, sir.
And when I say he, I'm speaking of Mr. Shelton.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so the family plans of service are generated for parents to work services to work toward reunifying with their children. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And these are made in order of the court.
Yes, sir.
And from what you're testifying today, Mr. Shelton has failed to comply with the court order of the family plans of service.
Yes, sir.
Are you asking today to terminate the parental rights of Cameron Shelton as to the child, Indiana?
Yes, sir.
And are you asking for that termination based upon his failure to work services?
Yes, sir.
And since he has not worked back to visitations at this time, constructive abandonment?
Yes, sir.
The child's been in the care of the department for longer than 6 months, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the department has offered Mr. Shelton numerous opportunities to work toward reunification with his child.
Yes, sir.
Has Mr. Shelton availed himself of those services and the ability to do that?
Yes, sir.
He has.
No, sir. Sorry.
And do you know at this time whether Mr. Shelton can provide a safe and stable environment for the child?
I do not know.
And is that based upon your inability to be able to meet with him?
Yes, sir.
And for his lack of cooperation throughout the case?
Yes, sir.
And do you believe it's in the child's best interest at this time to terminate the parental rights?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, we're going to talk about dads first, so we'll swap over to Mr. Aguilar in the Stotts Aguilar case. We discussed the incident that led to the removal of the children, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And were charges ever brought against Dad or against Mr. Aguilar for that incident?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is Mr. Aguilar incarcerated at this time?
Yes, sir.
And is one of the charges he's incarcerated for that incident?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'd ask to admit exhibits number 7, 8, 9, and 10. They are certified copies of the indictments and judgments against Mr. Adam Aguilar in which he's incarcerated for.
Do they have a letter with them?
They don't. These are just numbered, Amy.
No objection.
No objection, Judge.
No objection.
I'm good with 1 through 7, Judge. I don't have anything beyond that. But I'm good with 7. No objection.
Judge, you're muted.
I'm sorry. When you say you don't have anything beyond that, Mr. Nowak, do you mean you don't have any of the exhibits after 7?
So,
Daniel sent me 1 through 7, and this might be the other dad.
it is.
So
And
I want to be perfectly clear. 1 through 7, no objections. The other ones, I'm not sure I have a dog in that fight, Judge.
Okay. All right. And you,
I will clarify on that. The exhibits for the Aguilar Stotts case, I sent only to the attorneys involved in that case. So Mr. Nowak does not have these since he's not involved with this parent.
okay, so you offered 7, 8, 9, and 10, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, everybody get their record made on objections?
Yes, Judge. T.D. Hammond's no objection.
All right, then petitioners exhibits Stotts Aguilar 7, 8, 9, and 10 will be admitted.
Thank you, Honor. Ms. Brown, do you have those exhibits pulled up?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Exhibit number 7, very top of the page says offense. Can you tell me what that offense is?
Aggravated assault with deadly weapon.
Okay. And in the indictment paragraph, who does it state the victim in that was?
LaQuisha Stotts.
Okay. And this is from the incident in September that led to the removal, correct?
Yes, sir.
Exhibit number 8.
And I apologize for interrupting. Just for clarification, Daniel, you're talking about SS7 or a different exhibit?
Different exhibit, Vince. These are not involved with your client.
Okay, so just so the record's clear, I've got SS1 through SS7. I don't have anything else. SS1 through SS7, no objections, and I apologize for interrupting, Judge.
Okay, no problem.
Good to go, Ms.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Ms. Brown, exhibit number 8, the judgment of conviction against Mr. Aguilar. About halfway down the first page, what was his sentence on that charge?
3 years.
And is he currently serving that sentence?
Yes, sir.
And then exhibits number 9 is what is the offense there?
Unauthorized use of a vehicle.
And does it state that the owner of that vehicle was also Ms. Stotts?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And on exhibit number 10, what is his sentence about midways down of the page?
12 months.
And he is also currently serving sentence on this also, correct?
Yes, sir.
Were family plans of service generated for this case, for the Aguilar case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And were those family plans of service, were those filed with the court?
Yes, sir.
And were they made in order of the court?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Were the family plans of service given to the parents?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Exhibit number 3, what is that exhibit?
It is a family plan of service for LaQuisha Stotts.
And this is a copy of the family plan that you generated and filed with the court?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'd ask to admit exhibit number 3 is the certified copy of the family plan service for Ms. Stotts that was filed with the court.
No objection.
No objection, Judge.
No objection.
All right, petitioners exhibit 3 will be admitted.
Ms. Brown, exhibit number 4, can you tell me what that is?
It is a family plan of service for Adam Aguilar Jr.
Okay, and was this an accurate copy of the family plan that was filed with the court?
Yes, sir.
And it was filed on 10/27/23?
Yes, sir.
And this is a certified copy of that?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'd ask to admit exhibit number 4, the certified copy that Ms. Brown just testified to.
No objection.
No objection.
No objection, Judge.
Daniel, is this SS4 or is this something?
Just number 4, ma'am.
I don't have a dog there. No objection. Thank you.
All right, petitioners exhibit 4 will be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Brown, as to Dad Adam Aguilar, what services was Dad ordered to work?
He was ordered to provide his own transportation to comply with each requirement in the family plan. He was ordered to locate and maintain stable housing, locate and maintain appropriate employment, to visits, parenting classes, maintain a drug-free lifestyle, an OSAR evaluation, a BIP, individual counseling, and a psychosocial.
Okay. Throughout the life of this case, has Mr. Aguilar worked any of these services?
Only parenting classes.
Okay. And where did he do those?
He did that at Potter County Jail.
Okay. So Mr. Aguilar has been incarcerated for a lot of this case, or the
Yes,
majority?
sir. Yes, sir.
And as we established with the other exhibits, was been incarcerated due to actions of his own, correct?
Yes, sir.
Outside of you said he did parenting while he was incarcerated. Has he done any other services?
No, sir.
Did he do an OSAR?
No, sir.
Did he do a TPC evaluation?
No, sir.
Has he done any parenting classes?
Just the parenting classes in
Just the parenting. Did he do BIP classes?
No, sir.
Has he maintained a safe and stable housing situation?
No, sir.
Has he had employment?
No, sir.
Does he have any transportation?
No, sir.
Has he had visitations with the children?
No, sir.
And is that due to his incarceration?
Yes, sir.
And again, that's at his own fault.
Yes, sir.
Are you asking today for the court to terminate the parental rights of Adam Aguilar as to the children?
Yes, sir.
And do you believe that that is in the best interest of the children?
Yes, sir.
And is that based on dad's failure to work services,
Yes, sir.
him not having any visitations with the children throughout the case,
Yes, sir.
and dad being incarcerated at this time?
Yes, sir.
Due to his incarceration, and his sentence was 3 years, is he going to be able to provide any housing or safety or financial support for the children?
No, sir.
And so, again, you do believe it's in the best interest of the children.
Yes, sir.
And that's what you would ask today to do.
Yes, sir.
Now we will, sorry, let me get organized here. Swap over to discuss mom. In the family plans of service, what was mom, LaQuisha Stotts asked to do throughout this case?
She was asked to locate and maintain stable housing, locate and maintain stable and appropriate employment, to keep regular contact with permanency specialists, to have her own transportation to appointments and visits, to comply with each requirement in the family plan, to provide information within 5 days, to participate in complete parenting classes. She was visits, a rational behavior therapy class, a psychosocial and individual counseling, a TPC evaluation, and a domestic violence support group.
For the most part, mom has worked with you throughout this case. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
We'll just kind of go through the services real quick. Transportation. Does mom have transportation of her own?
No, sir.
Is she able to organize or to get transportation?
Yes, sir.
And is that through family, friends, or Ubers or cabs?
Yes, sir.
Does she keep up with the 5-day notice of change of
No, sir.
addresses? Do you know where mom lives at this time?
I do.
Okay. Have you been by the visit?
Yes, sir.
And when you say she does not cooperate or is not compliant with the 5-day notice, what do you mean by that?
She just recently was terminated from her employment.
And has mom told you about that?
No, sir.
Does mom have stable housing at this time?
Yes, sir.
Does she allow you into the home?
Yes, sir.
Did she complete Padre program?
Yes, sir.
Did she complete the WAVE program?
Yes, sir.
Did she do her TPC evaluation?
Yes, sir.
Has she done her OSAR?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Has she been compliant with her drug screens?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Has she done, was she asked to do rational behavior?
Yes, sir.
Did she complete that?
Yes, sir.
Now, mom was also ordered to do inpatient rehab. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Has mom completed inpatient rehab?
No, sir.
Is she currently in inpatient rehab?
No, sir.
Has mom attempted to complete inpatient rehab?
Yes, sir.
How many different times has she done that?
3.
Okay. And you have what is labeled, there's only 2 different exhibits since we got 2 cases. Exhibit 6 and exhibit SS6. Do you have those exhibits?
Yes, sir.
And what are those?
It's a permanency hearing order before final order and notice of final hearing.
Okay. And during these hearings, was mom ordered to complete inpatient rehab?
Yes, sir.
And is that written in the order on page 6?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'd ask to admit exhibit 6 and admit exhibit SS6. They're certified copies of the permanency hearing orders from this court that are filed.
No objection.
No objection.
No objection.
Okay, petitioners exhibit 6 and exhibit SS6 will be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Brown, you stated during this permanency hearing, mom was ordered to go to inpatient rehab. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And at this time, was she ordered to complete inpatient and complete an outpatient rehab?
Inpatient followed by outpatient.
Okay. And at this time, she has not completed inpatient.
Correct.
Is she currently in an outpatient?
Yes.
Has she completed that outpatient?
No, sir.
Have you discussed with mom the importance of completing the inpatient?
Yes, sir.
And has mom told you why she has not completed the inpatient rehab?
She said she could not find a provider that would accept her into their program, and she would not be finished with inpatient before the final hearing.
Okay. And these orders were put in July of 2024?
Yes, sir.
So mom has had 7 months to get a 30-day program done?
Yes, sir.
Has mom, you said she's done 3 stints, tried inpatient rehab 3 different times, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Was she leave on her own will, or was she discharged from rehabs?
The first time she left, the first time she was asked to leave, the second time she left, and the third time she was asked to leave again.
What outpatient program is she in right now?
Serenity.
And is Serenity one of the outpatients, or is one of the programs that she was at inpatient at one time?
Twice, yes.
Throughout this case, if we had issues with drug use from mom?
Yes.
Your Honor, and has she been compliant with drug screens?
Yes.
Your Honor, I would ask to admit exhibits number 1 and exhibit number SS1, and for the record, I'll clarify. Exhibit number 1 is for the Aguilar case, and exhibit SS1 is for the Stock Shelton case.
No objection.
No objection.
No objection, Judge.
You're muted, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. No objections to Exhibit 1 and Exhibit SS1, so they'll be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Brown, what has mom's main issue been throughout the case with drug use?
Mainly marijuana.
Has she ever tested positive for anything else?
Yes, for cocaine.
And it was that shortly before she was ordered to inpatient rehab.
Yes, sir.
Has pretty much all of mom's tests been positive for marijuana?
Yes.
And some of them have been negative dilutes?
Yes, sir.
Is there still a concern of mom's propensity to use drugs?
Yes.
And to make, is the concern of with parents that use drugs is the main concern, not only the illegal drugs, but the ability to make good decisions while using drugs?
Yes, sir.
And does that go toward the health and safety of the children that they are overseeing?
Yes, sir.
Is that a concern in this case?
Yes, sir.
During your cases and working these, did mom ever sign acknowledgement of use forms?
Yes, sir.
And was that toward the beginning of the case?
Yes, sir.
Were those acknowledgements witnessed by you and someone else?
Yes, sir.
Signed by mom?
Yes, sir.
Were those filed with the court?
Yes, sir.
And these are a little different off. On the Aguilar case, exhibit number 2. Can you look at that for me?
Yes, sir.
And in exhibit number 2, is that a acknowledgement of use form that you just testified to?
Yes, sir.
And is those, I guess, on 3 different occasions?
Yes, sir.
And these are the forms that you filed with the court?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, in the Aguilar case, I would ask to admit exhibit number 2.
Any objection?
No objection, Judge.
No objection.
No dog, no objection, Judge.
All right, petitioner exhibit 2 is admitted.
And Ms. Brown, on those, is that, did all 3 of these involve marijuana?
Yes, sir.
In the Indiana case, exhibit number SS7, is that also the acknowledgement of use forms?
Yes, sir.
And those are the forms that you witnessed, signed and filed?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'd ask to admit in the Stock Shelton case, exhibit SS7.
No objection.
No objection.
No objection.
All right, petitioner's exhibit SS7 will be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, just real quick, Ms. Brown, exhibits number 5 and SS5, can you tell me what those are?
Is a status hearing order and notice of next hearing.
And during status hearings, is it customary that the family plans of service are made orders of the court during those hearings?
Yes, sir.
And looking at the front page of all of these, does it state that all parents were present during those status hearings?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I would ask to admit SS5 into the Stock Shelton case and Exhibit 5 into the Aguilar case. They're the certified copies of the status hearing orders from this court.
No objection.
objection.
No objection.
Petitioner's exhibits SS5 and 5 are admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, Ms. Brown, from what you're looking at on these orders, all parents were in attendance when the family plans of service were made orders of the court.
Yes, sir.
So they were aware that those family plans and the need to work those services are orders of the court, and it was required that they do those.
Yes, sir.
So throughout the case, mom did almost all of her classes, or if not all of her classes. It was mainly the issue with drug use.
Yes, sir.
And mom at this time has still failed to complete an inpatient rehab followed by an outpatient rehab.
Yes, sir.
Have we had multiple hearings since then in which the court acknowledged that that was still a standing order?
Yes, sir.
And that there was a need for mom to complete those orders?
Yes, sir.
And to this day, mom has still failed to do that.
Yes, sir.
You stated earlier that you'd received notice that mom no longer was employed,
Yes, sir.
but you stated mom has not notified you of that.
Correct.
Have you checked with her employer?
Yes, sir.
And during that follow-up, was notified she's no longer working?
Yes, sir.
Did you find out why mom is no longer working that job?
Objection, hearsay.
I'll move on, Your Honor. Have you had the chance to discuss this with mom?
No, sir.
When did you find out mom is no longer working?
This morning.
Okay. And how long had mom had that job? Do you know?
She's had it the entirety of this case.
Okay. But due to just finding out about it, you have not been able to have that conversation with mom to find out why she's not working?
Correct.
Or how long she's not been working?
Correct.
We'll just swap over real quick. How are the children doing?
They're doing great. Indiana's living with maternal grandmother. She's always been a fantastic student, avid learner. We do have some behavior concerns with her in school. Egypt is doing fantastic. She has been doing so well in her ECI services that she's been discharged from all therapies. And Arrow, very hyper. She lives up to her name, Arrow. She gets up and she goes.
Is Egypt and Arrow, they placed together?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so only Indiana is with a family member, correct?
Yes, sir.
You stated earlier, let me say, hold on one second. Mom's visitation. Has mom been having visits with the children?
Not since August of 2024.
Okay. And were those visits stopped due to the drug screening and the not complying with the inpatient?
Yes, sir.
Mom has had the opportunity to work those services to gain her visitations back, correct?
Yes, sir.
And she has not completed what she was ordered to do.
Correct.
Okay. Are you asking today, based upon mom's failure to follow court orders, specifically the inpatient drug rehab with the concerns with the drugs, are you asking the court today to terminate mom's parental rights?
Yes, sir.
And is that asking the court to terminate the rights as to the child Arrow and Egypt and as to Indiana?
Yes, sir.
And is that based still with the concerns of drug use with mom?
Yes, sir.
And mom failing to follow court orders and finish services?
Yes, sir.
Also, at this point, constructive abandonment as mom has not worked her way back to her services?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, to visitations with the children?
Yes, sir.
And do you believe that is in the best interest of the children?
Yes, sir.
We've been in this case a long time, correct?
Yes, sir.
And mom has had plenty of opportunities to complete the inpatient rehabs.
Yes, sir.
And as we stated earlier, those were ordered by this court 7 months ago.
Yes, sir.
And you do believe that at this time, it is in the best interest of the children to terminate the parental rights of all parents involved?
Yes, sir.
I'll pass the witness at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, it's just almost 3:00. It's a good time for a short break for the court reporter and everybody, so we'll take a short recess, 5-10 minutes most.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ms. Brown?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Just gonna go through some of the services that she worked. What does Padre consist of?
It's a parenting class that's offered through, I believe, SSS, and they work on how drugs affect parenting.
Do you know how long it typically takes to complete?
No, sir, I did not.
Okay. Do you know when Miss Stotts completed it?
She completed that February 6, 2024.
Thank you. And you said that she has been keeping stable housing. When's the last time you've been to her house or apartment?
I was there on Thursday, I believe.
Okay. So about a week ago from today?
I mean, not Thursday, Tuesday. I'm sorry. This week.
So 2 days ago.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did her home seem clean?
Yes, sir.
Does she have beds for the kids?
Yes, sir.
Do you know how many? Does each kid have their own bed, or is it 2 beds?
2 beds and a pack and play.
Okay. Did she report if anybody lived with her?
Not to me, no.
Okay. Did you ask? Do you know if anybody else lives with her?
No.
Okay. When you did show up, was anybody else there?
Her mother was there.
Okay. And her mother's name, do you recall?
LaShonda Walker.
Okay. And she has been keeping, Miss Stotts has been keeping regular contact with you?
Yes.
Now, I believe you said, as far as her stipulation to keep you informed within 5 days, you said she has not because she's failed to report her job, right?
Her termination, correct.
No, I'm sorry, her termination, yes. But you also said that you just found out about that today, correct?
I went physically to the Murphy this morning, yes.
And you said that you haven't had a chance to verify how long she's been unemployed?
I talked to the manager there, Nancy.
Okay, and you haven't been able to talk to Miss Stotts about it?
No, sir, not through email, no.
Okay. And so is it at least possible that she has been terminated for less than 5 days and hasn't reported it, but may still be in compliance with that
She was
requirement?
terminated last Thursday.
Are you aware when she was made aware of that?
The manager said that she got off the plane and had to go straight to the store to close because LaQuisha was supposed to close that day.
Okay. So that was the last day she was supposed to work, but you're not aware of whether or not she became informed that she was terminated last Thursday. Are you sure when that conversation occurred, when she was told she was fired or let go?
No, sir.
Okay. So it's at least a possibility that she's still within 5 days of finding out that she was terminated.
Possibly.
Okay. And you said she completed an OSAR. Did she have multiple OSARs or just one?
She had 2.
Okay. When was the most recent?
March 19th, 2024. That was waived. The second OSAR on May 24th, 2024.
And were there any follow-up recommendations?
To attend inpatient treatment followed by outpatient treatment.
Okay. In an effort to save some time, I'm not going to ask you specific dates, but would you agree with me that she completed her parenting pretty quickly or pretty early on in the case?
Yes.
And similarly, I mean, you said that she was done with Padre by February 26th of 2024. Is that relatively early?
Yes. Most of those services were started in the FBSS case before the removal.
I see. Would you say that aside from completing the outpatient program, Ms. Stotts worked at her services pretty diligently?
The inpatient, yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, yeah, the inpatient. Now, you said that she's been to inpatient 3 separate times, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
The first time you said she was asked to leave, do you know how many days she completed inpatient at that first day?
I do not.
Okay. And then the second day she left, I'm sorry, the second stay she left on her own. Do you know how many days she was able to complete that time?
I believe 5 days.
5 days. Okay. And then the third one that she was asked to leave, are you aware of how many days she was able to complete?
I believe 21 days.
21 days. So not including the first 2 days, she has at least a total of about 26 days of inpatient care.
Possibly, yes.
Now, did her most recent drug screen, was that collected on December 2nd of 2024?
Her most recent would have been in January.
Oh, I must not have that one. What was there a specimen collected in December 2nd of
Yes, sir.
2024? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And did that specimen come back negative?
Yes, sir.
And that one was not dilute, is that correct?
Correct.
Now the one previously, I think from November, was that one dilute?
Yes, sir.
And that was it showed negative, but it showed dilute, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And she's at least had one that was negative non-dilute.
Yes, sir.
And what about her January drug screen? Did that come back as dilute?
She went on January 15th. And unable to see those results. It says that the content is blocked and to contact the site owner.
I think I was having issues with that too. That's probably why I don't have them. Do you recall ever having looked at that result just from memory?
Just from the face of it, it says negative.
Okay. And on the face of it, would it normally tell you dilute on the title?
No, you would have to open it fully.
Okay. So we know she has a negative screen. We're not 100% sure if that one came back dilute though.
Correct.
And so her last 3 were negative, at least one being dilute.
The last 2 were negative dilute, 1 was plain negative.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, have you ever had a dilute come back that also had a positive result?
A positive dilute?
Uh-huh.
I have never experienced that personally.
Okay. Okay. I was just curious if that was still a possibility. Where is Indiana currently staying?
With maternal grandmother LaShonda Walker
How long has she been there?
since September of 2024.
What's her current goal for permanency?
For permanency, unrelated adoption concurrent with relative fictive kin adoption.
So as of right now, St. Francis's primary goal is to once again remove Indiana and have her placed in foster.
No, sir. The goal is adoption, so we would not move her unless we had an adoptive home selected.
Okay. Okay. And that's still the primary goal, though, is to remove her into an adoptive home.
Unrelated to the family, yes. That is
I'm sorry, and then that's not considered foster?
No, sir. We are only looking at adopted motivated homes.
Okay. Okay. And if that were to occur, do you know how quickly you would be looking to move, or is that just dependent on the availability?
We have identified a legal risk placement, and we asked the court for an order since Indiana is currently ordered at grandma's.
Has St. Francis requested a bonding assessment between grandmother and Indiana?
No, sir.
Has Indiana in the past displayed some behavioral issues?
Yes, and currently.
Okay. What behavioral issues are you aware that she's been exhibiting?
All of her issues have only been at school, never at the foster home she was previously at or at the current home she's in now. It's just at school, her behaviors can be explosive to the point where she's throwing things, where the classroom has to be cleared out, even while staying with grandma.
So that when you say even while staying with grandma, to me that implies that this is some behavior that was regularly occurring even at the placement before grandmother?
Correct, and before foster care.
And before foster care. Has it, I guess, the frequency of these behaviors changed at all? Has she slowed down? Is she starting to acclimate with the schooling better, or is it pretty much the same, or has it gotten worse?
Before moving to grandma's, she was in an RTC. There were no reports of behavior at the RTC during school. She's an avid learner. She typically loves school. The behavior started back up when she got placed at grandma's and had to go back to public school. In the RTC, she was going to school on site.
And how long has she, I'm not sure if you answered this, how long has she been with grandmother now?
Since September of 2024.
And have you had a chance to visit Indiana and grandmother's home?
Yes, monthly.
Okay. Does her home appear appropriate?
Yes, sir.
Does she appear to engage with Indiana appropriately?
Yes, sir.
Does Indiana seem to respond to her appropriately?
Yes, sir.
Does grandmother seem to have a decent amount of control, as much control as you're going to have over a child this age? In other words, is Indiana listening to her commands?
Yes, sir.
Does Indiana, in your opinion, seem bonded to her grandmother?
Yes, sir.
In your assessment, has grandmother been protective in keeping or making sure that Miss Stotts is not having any unsupervised visits with Indiana?
Yes, sir.
Is that something you've been able to confirm with Indiana directly?
Yes.
Is Indiana bonded with her younger siblings?
Yes, sir.
Do they still have visits?
They have scheduled visits.
Okay. Do you know how frequently that occurs?
They are scheduled every week on Thursdays. Most visits have been missed since Indiana has moved back to Amarillo.
Where do those visits typically occur? Where do they request them to occur?
In Lubbock at the McDonald's.
Okay. And that's because that's where the younger siblings live, correct?
Correct. Right now they're virtual. You said that Ms. Dotz also has completed WAVE, is that correct? Yes, sir.
That's a pretty lengthy program, is it not?
She completed the assessment and the assessment came back with no recommendations.
Oh, okay. So there wasn't any program for her to actually complete.
Correct.
What about her TCP evaluation, or I mean TPC evaluation? Did that come back with any recommendations?
No, sir.
Okay. And I know you said that she has currently not completed outpatient program, but I think you said that she's currently attending. Is that correct?
Correct.
Do you know what program she's attending?
She's completing an intensive outpatient program through TPC. She should complete that program by 2/28/25.
So just less than a month.
Right.
And do you know how long that program typically takes to complete? Is it a set number of weeks, or is it based on their progress?
I do not know the specifics of the outpatient program.
Do you know how many weeks she's completed so far of the outpatient program?
Not at the top of my head, no.
Okay, thank you. Your Honor, pass the witness.
All right, Mr. Miller.
Thank you so much, Judge. And Tiffany, it's so good to see you again. You know, I know I say this so often that it sometimes might not seem sincere, but I appreciate you calling me and returning my phone calls and the emails. You are an excellent caseworker. I probably screwed that term up. What you do great at, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tiffany, for that. Now, I represent Cameron. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
I know you knew that because we trade text messages and emails just about every other week. Cameron has another daughter by the name of Jediah, who is, I think, 3 or 4 years old. Were you involved in that case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you understand that right now Cameron has, that case was settled where he got visitation rights.
Yes, sir.
Okay. At the end of this proceeding today, Tiffany, I am going to ask that Cameron have visitation rights with Indiana. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I know that Cameron hadn't worked any service in this case, has he?
No, sir.
Has
He-
not drug tested
maybe one or
in this
two.
case, has he?
No, sir.
But with respect to his other daughter, Jediah, he has had visitation. That's been going well, correct?
I do not know since we've gotten out the case.
As far as you know, because we settled that case, I think last year, right?
Yes, sir.
So as far as you know, he's keeping up with that court order and keeping visitations with Jediah, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, and this is the big question. This is it. I'm going to ask at the end of this case, at the end of this hearing today, at the end of this trial today, that Cameron at least have visitation with Indiana. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
If he's keeping up good visits with his other daughter, would you agree with me that he ought to at least have visitation with Indiana?
No, sir.
How come?
Because she's a child that's temporarily in our conservatorship. Mr. Shelton was also arrested for a DWI during the course of this case, and we have not been able to assess him since then.
What will it take for me to convince you that this man should have visits with his daughter?
The one you got to convince.
Say that again.
I'm not the person you have to convince.
I see. On my screen, at least the judge is to my left. I'm doing my best not to make eye contact with the judge. So I'm talking to you, Tiffany. Would you, if I were to ask the court at the end of this hearing to at least allow my guy to have, Cameron to have supervised visits, would you be on board with that?
No, sir.
Supervised?
No, sir.
How come?
We don't know the drug use at this time without a drug screen.
Okay. If he were to drug screen tomorrow and it only showed weed, I'm using the familiar term. If it only showed marijuana, would you tell Judge Baker that it's okay for him to have virtual visits with the child?
No, sir.
You are a tough witness, Tiffany. What will it take for me to convince you that Cameron can have some sort of relationship with Indiana?
I believe Cameron's had more than enough time to work his services, just like the other parents in this case.
But you will admit or concede that with respect to Jediah, he has followed the last court order with respect to visitations, correct?
I can't speak to that, Vince.
You just don't know.
I don't know.
All right. If I were to tell you that he's having visitations and they're going well, would you take my word for that?
No, sir.
Okay. Judge, that's all I have. And hey, Judge, you know where I'm going with this. So pass the witness. Thank you so much.
All right, Mr. Hammonds.
Ms. Brown, before Adam was sentenced on these cases, did you have some face-to-face meetings with him
I did.
out at the Potter County Jail?
Yes, sir.
I mean, did you ever have any meetings with him before he entered the jail?
No, just phone conversations.
Okay. And has he conveyed to you during those conversations that he's taken advantage of programs within the jail that he can? For instance, parenting class and kind of making better changes class, making better decisions, things like that.
Yes, I enrolled him in the changes program.
Okay. And as far as you know, he's been attending that.
Yes, sir. All good reports.
Okay. The police report regarding the contact between the vehicles, did you see that police report?
No, sir.
Have you ever seen any photographs of the damage between the vehicles?
No, sir.
And in that, well, in the investigator's notes, can you tell whether or not the children were injured in that case?
No, sir.
Okay, you don't know if they were or not.
No, sir.
Is it basically the department's position that since it's going to be more than a year since the beginning of this case, that Mr. Aguilar will be released from jail? That, I mean, that's basically your reason that you want to terminate his parental rights?
In addition to constructive abandonment, yes.
Okay, but I mean, of course, we can agree that the incarceration, I mean, is what has caused that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I have nothing further, Judge.
Ms. Vola.
Ms. Brown, as to Mr. Shelton, at the beginning of the case, the department in St. Francis were attempting to place Indiana with Mr. Shelton, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the positive result for meth is what kept that from happening.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, yes, ma'am. Sorry.
And then Mr. Shelton was given some services to work so that he could continue working on his daughter coming home to him.
Yes, ma'am.
And he didn't work those services.
No, ma'am.
And after a while, he was told, hey, if you don't work services, your visits are going to stop with your daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
And then the visits were stopped with the daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
And he knew what he needed to do to start those visits back up.
Yes, ma'am.
Did he begin cooperating at that point?
No, ma'am.
So he cooperated for one daughter, but not Indiana. Does he say why Indiana's not worth it?
No, ma'am.
Is it hard on Indiana to be bounced around in terms of who she's able to visit with?
Yes, ma'am.
You were asked about the WAVE program. Now, WAVE is different from a domestic violence support group, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How is it different?
The WAVE is for female perpetrators of domestic violence.
And the WAVE program was put into her family plan, mom's family plan. Was that because of the allegations of Miss Stotts hitting Mr. Aguilar with a rake and then Miss Stotts putting her kids in the car and driving to a known fight?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you go to a WAVE assessment, how do they determine whether you qualify for those services?
You have to self-disclose. You have to buy into their program.
So if Miss Stott says, no, I've never had those issues. I've never been violent. I've never had those anger issues. She wouldn't qualify.
Correct.
The 2 different times that she was asked to leave rehab, was that also due to her temper?
Yes, ma'am.
And then the other time she left on her own.
Yes, ma'am.
How old is Indiana?
She's 6, about to be 7.
So she was 5 when she was disclosing all of the violence she saw between Miss Stotts and Mr. Aguilar.
Yes, ma'am.
How does Indiana herself act out when she's angry?
Destructive, throwing things, just the length of her tantrums are long. The interventions sometimes don't work with Indiana.
So she's behaving in the exact same way she's seen the adults in her life behave.
Yes, ma'am.
When Miss Stotts would visit with the children, What was Mrs. Stott's position to Indiana about whether Indiana should follow the rules?
She would start off strong, reinforcing that she needed to follow the rules. But there were also moments where she would tell Indiana to, if the teacher won't let you, ask the teacher to go to the principal's office. If the teacher won't let you go to the principal's office, go walk there anyway. And so that was some of the disruption as well, was Indiana was just departing from the classroom.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to hearsay. I believe she's testifying as to what Ms. Stotts told Indiana, which would be, I'm assuming, told to her by Indiana.
I've supervised some of those visits where those conversations were taking place.
Okay, Your Honor. If that's the ground, then I'd withdraw my objection.
Okay, if she's got personal knowledge, then we're good. Okay.
So Indiana's visits with mom stopped in August.
Yes.
And Ms. Stotts knew what needed to happen to start those back up.
Yes, ma'am.
And at that point, she was kicked out of rehab.
Yes, ma'am.
Did she tell you that she had completed it successfully?
Yes, ma'am.
Did she provide you a letter that made it look like she had completed it successfully?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that letter filed with the court?
Yes, ma'am.
In fact, had she altered the letter?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you able to get the correct information from the rehab program?
Yes, ma'am.
Since the time that mom's visits have stopped, is there any difference in terms of Indiana's behavior at school? Are the incidents becoming less frequent, or is there any difference at all?
When they initially stopped, she was still at Flyer. So there were no behavior reports from Flyer outside of regular 6-year-old behavior. And then just coming back to Amarillo and going back to public school, again, those behaviors started. But they have dwindled in numbers since then. When I saw Indiana, I believe this month, she had actually stayed home from school that day. Grandma said she woke up with an attitude. So they let her stay home today so she wouldn't, go to school in a bad mood and whatnot. So they've definitely decreased.
Are her grades good?
Yes. She's very bright.
I pass the witness.
Okay. Mr. Trout?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Brown, just to back up on something Ms. Zavala just asked you about. I just sent out some other exhibits. Did everybody get those? I sent out 2 emails when I believe Mr. Morales was questioning.
I didn't realize that. I'm following up now.
Okay, let's just let everybody take a minute to take a look at those.
TD Hammonds has them.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Y'all need a couple minutes to look at them, or are we good to proceed?
I'm good.
I've seen them. Yeah,
I'm
I've
ready,
seen
Your
them
Honor.
before.
Okay. All right, you may proceed, Mr. Trout.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Brown, do you have those pulled up?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Ms. Zavala asked you about mom sending you a letter trying to pass off that she had completed rehab, correct?
Correct.
And those were filed with the court.
Yes, sir.
In the Aguilar case, exhibit number 11, and in the Stott Shelton case, exhibit number SS8. Can you tell me what those are?
It is a cover letter with an attachment. It's a falsified document submitted by LaQuisha Stotts.
And looking at the letter, is that the letter that mom sent you?
Yes, sir.
And this is a letter showing that if you read this letter that way, that mom completed rehab.
Yes, sir.
Objection. Your Honor, at this point, now that we're going into the contents of the letter, I'm going to object as to hearsay.
Your Honor, she has personal knowledge of what this letter says and what mom was attempting to tell her that she had completed the rehab.
Okay, you may want to relay a little more predicate.
When mom sent you this letter, what did mom say to you when she sent you this letter?
She asked when her visits could be restarted since she completed inpatient and was referred to outpatient.
And did she send you this letter along with that?
Yes, sir.
In the reading of this letter, when you read this letter, does it state that mom had attended and completing the drug and alcohol program?
And Your Honor, I'm just going to reaffirm my objection. This is a letter prepared by Erica Vera, not my client, although it was presented allegedly by my client. So this would be a hearsay statement by Ms. Vera.
Okay,
Judge, I don't think this would be any difference than Serenity sending her a certificate of completion. I believe that would also be a hearsay statement if that was trying to come in. It is a letter from the rehab facility that she was supposed to be going as part of her services. And this was essentially because of the changing of statement by mom, saying that she had completed the rehab.
all right, I'm going to overrule the objection. Mom presented that letter to the caseworker. Mom was attempting to get the worker to rely on its contents, so I'm going to overrule the objection.
Thank you, Your Honor. So in that, Your Honor, I would ask to admit SS8 and exhibit number 11 as the documents that were filed with the court by Ms. Brown.
No objection, Judge.
Your Honor, I would just make the same objection as to the testimony about that exhibit as hearsay.
All right. Petitioner, all right, was exhibit, let's see.
Excuse me. For the Aguilar case, exhibit number 11, and for the Stotts case, exhibit SS8.
Okay, I just had the Stotts Aguilar up, so, okay. All right, petitioner's exhibit 11 and petitioner's exhibit SS8 will be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Brown, once you received these letters from mom, did you check with did you email the facility to see if mom actually had completed or to try to get her certificate or find out what was going on?
Yes, I made a collateral contact.
Okay. And at that time, when mom went into rehab, there was a release of information, correct?
Correct.
And you reached out to see if the letter that mom had sent was accurate and to verify.
Yes, sir.
Did you receive a letter from Serenity as to whether mom had completed or not completed rehab?
Yes, sir.
And did that letter state that they had not?
Objection, calls for hearsay.
Again, Your Honor, I think the statement of mom is not with one of the providers that mom has not completed the service is the same as getting her certificate saying she had completed the service. I think that is part of how our workers verify whether the services are being completed by the providers.
All right, I'm going to overrule the objection. And you can proceed.
Did you file the email chain that you had received sent to the provider and received with the court?
Yes, sir.
Do you have pulled up exhibit number 12 in the Aguilar case and exhibit SS9 in the Stott Shelton case?
Yes, sir.
Is this an accurate depiction of the email chains that you filed with the court?
Yes, sir.
And was that filed on 10/14 of 24?
Yes, sir.
And in comparing what they sent compared to what mom sent, are the letters similar?
No, sir.
Okay. Or is the letter from the provider contain more information than the letter that mom sent?
Yes, sir.
Based upon that, did mom complete rehab?
No, sir.
Was mom discharged from rehab?
Yes, sir.
And that is verified by the letter from the provider?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'd ask to admit exhibit SS9 and exhibit 12 based upon the testimony from the worker for personal knowledge of that email and chain with the provider.
No objection.
No objection to number 12, Judge.
No objection.
And Your Honor, just the same objection as to the testimony, and it'd be hearsay.
Okay, I will admit exhibit 9 and exhibit SS 12.
12 and SS 9, Your Honor.
Oh,
Sorry.
wait a minute. 12. I typed them wrong, so therefore I said them wrong. I'm sorry. All right. And SS 9. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry about that.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Brown, throughout this case, Mom has, as we have established, Mom has worked services. She has done the majority of her services, correct?
Correct.
Throughout this case, have you had communication issues with Mom?
Yes.
Have you had some instances of Mom being untruthful about the way things are going?
Yes, sir.
And the exhibits we just admitted, is that just one example of those things?
Yes, sir.
Mom has had plenty of time to finish her rehabs, correct?
Yes, sir.
She was kicked out twice and left on her own accord, correct?
Yes, sir.
So it wasn't and I know Mr. Morales asked how many days each stint was, and they added up, but Mom still never completed any of those rehab stints.
Correct.
And Mom was not only ordered to, but was advised, and it was reiterated multiple times, that she is to finish inpatient rehab followed by outpatient rehab before the end of this case.
Yes, sir.
And that never happened, did it?
No, sir.
And in fact, Mom attempted to be untruthful about whether she had completed it.
Yes, sir.
When Mom, on her stints in inpatient rehab, did Mom notify you within the allotted 5-day time when she left or was kicked out of rehab, discharged?
No, sir.
Okay. On any of them, did she tell you within the 5 days that she was out?
She did 3 times in inpatient, in addition to 2 outpatient programs before the current outpatient program that she's in.
So, for instance, the one we just admitted the exhibits on,
Mhm.
how long had Mom been out of rehab before she sent you that letter? Do you know?
About a week.
Okay. When she left on her own accord before in the prior rehab stint, did she tell you within the 5 days that she had left? Do you remember?
I do not remember.
The first rehab stint she was discharged, kicked out of, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Did she notify you within the 5 days that she had been kicked out of rehab at that time?
No, sir.
Now, you stated something earlier with Mr. Morales, and I just want to clarify on it. Mom is in outpatient rehab right now. I thought you stated it was through TPC, but is it TPC or Serenity? Are they kind of
Serenity outpatient.
Okay. I thought I may have misheard you. I thought you said TPC earlier. But it is Serenity outpatient right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You stated about the sibling visits right now, that they are scheduled visits?
They are scheduled.
Okay. Why are they being missed? Do you know?
Transportation issues. St. Francis, I do go in every week and request that that Indiana be picked up and taken to her visits and brought back. And those requests mostly are denied because there's no availability. So then maternal grandmother cannot see at night. Well, she prefers not to drive at night due to vision issues. And also she's having car issues right now. So she's not able to get Indiana to the visit.
Okay. So, and that's what I wanted to clarify on why these were being missed. These are not necessarily, they're just not taking them. There are other issues that are leading to this.
Yes. And so we are attempting virtual visits until we can find a more long-term solution.
Okay. And have the virtual visits between siblings been happening?
The first one, no, it did not happen. The contractor that we used did not set it up, and I do not know about last week's visit.
Okay, so being set up virtually has just been a recent development?
Yes,
Okay.
within the last 2 weeks.
Okay, I just wanted to verify that with the court. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, anybody else have any further questions for Ms. Brown?
Your Honor, just a couple.
Sure.
Ms. Brown, if I could refer you to, I believe, page 2 of Exhibit 3 in Aguilar. Basically, I'm getting to Ms. Stotts's family plan of service. It'd be page 2 of the service plan, but I think it's page 3 of the clerk's document.
In the Aguilar exhibits?
Yes, I'm not sure the number in the other ones.
And what number exhibit?
Exhibit number 3, and page 2 of the service plan, page 3 of the clerk's record, 3 of 19.
Okay, I'm there.
Okay, thank you. Item number 7, does that say substance abuse or use abuse, strengths, needs, no needs identification? Is that an assessment of Lakeisha Stotts's needs at the time of the service plan?
Yes.
And does the service plan reflect that it states that there is no substance use or abuse?
In the strengths and needs section, correct.
So would you agree with me at least in the beginning of this, it wasn't St. Francis's primary goal to address any drug use with mom?
Initially, no.
Okay. And so she's missed some services in regard to that, but at least that's not what the focus was in the beginning of this case. Would you agree?
Yes.
I'll pass the witness.
All right, Mr. Nowak, anything?
Just briefly, thank you so much, Judge. Tiffany, yeah, I think I'm going back about an hour in testimony, but I want to make something crystal clear. Cameron has never told you that Indiana is not worth it, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And as far as you know, Cameron has maintained his visits as court ordered with Jediah, correct?
Objection, Your Honor. I understand Mr. Minoak's talking about it, but that case is not a part of these cases, so I'd object to relevance on that.
Well, here's the relevance, Judge. The relevance is this man is the father of 2 children. We are trying to take his rights away. Judge, I'm going to argue at the end of this case for visitation for Cameron. He has visitation with Jediah right now, which he is maintaining. So my question to the witness is, as far as the witness knows, he's doing those visits with Jediah. So I'm going to tag that into my final argument. Why not have visits with Indiana? So my question to the witness was, as far as she knows, is Cameron exercising his visits with Jediah? And her answer was yes, I believe. So that's my response to the objection, Judge. I think my question is relevant, and I think it's important to the court.
All right, it is of some relevance if if Ms. Brown knows, I don't know what her knowledge is about that case. So it's she knows whether she knows the answer or not.
I'll restate the question. To your knowledge, is Cameron exercising visits with Jediah pursuant to our settlement with the court a year ago?
I don't know.
Okay, you just don't know.
I don't know. I previously received a text from Cameron and the visits weren't happening. And outside of that, I referred him back to his attorney.
You just don't know.
I just
Correct?
don't know.
Okay. Well, assume with me that he's exercising those visitations and they're going well. What is your reason to deny him visitations with Indiana?
Not knowing his drug use.
Not knowing his what?
Drug use or the DUI arrest, the outcome of that.
Okay, so let me check my notes right quick, Tiffany. If he is maintaining visits with Jediah, would you object to having the same visitations with Indiana?
I would object.
Okay, and that's because of everything you told me earlier. Correct?
Yes, correct.
All right. and I'm going back from like an hour ago where someone said that she wasn't worth it. Cameron has never told you that Indiana is not worth it, correct?
Correct.
And I know he hasn't worked services and he hasn't drug tested for you. Well, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, you've talked to him several times, correct?
Correct.
Okay. When you've talked to him, he's been polite and respectful, correct?
No.
You said no?
No.
Has he been rude to you?
I haven't talked to him in over 6 months, but our last communications were not pleasant.
Tell me about that.
Just
And let me shortcut it. He'd probably tell you, I'm working, I don't have time for this, correct?
more like, I didn't get my visit today, fix it.
So he was complaining that he did not get a visit.
For Jadea's case, and I was no longer Jadea's worker, and we were dismissed out that case.
Okay, so he told you that I'm disappointed that I didn't have visits with Jadea, correct?
That's not correct.
Well, tell me what he said. You said it was unpleasant. Tell me what he said that was unpleasant.
Just making demands, not having a conversation, not being polite or business professional.
Hey.
And talking to me about Jadea when we were dismissed out that case and not about Indiana.
But he did talk to you about Jadea, correct?
Correct.
And he expressed his desire to continue visits with Jadea, correct?
Correct.
And that's what a dad does, correct? Dads want to visit with their kids, correct?
Correct.
And that's what he told you, correct?
Yes, sir. For Jadea.
And he's told you that about Indiana, that he at least wants to have visitations with Indiana. He's told you that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Pass away, Ms. Judge.
All right, Mr. Pammons?
Ms. Brown, throughout this process, has anybody from Adam Aguilar's family contacted you interested in visiting with Egypt Dinero?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and do you recall who that was?
His father and his grandmother, and they were visiting when they were making it to visits.
Okay, and was that happening here in Amarillo, or where was that happening?
In Lubbock.
Okay, then at some point, did they run into difficulty going to the visits, or can you describe how that ended?
They just were not showing up, and I talked to Adam's dad a few months ago, and he said he had car problems and whatnot. We were at one time looking at doing a home study for paternal grandparents, paternal great grandparents.
Okay, and how did that end up?
The issue is that Adam's father has extensive criminal history, and he lives with paternal great grandparents, and so that was not a viable home to place the children in.
Okay, I have nothing further, Judge.
Excuse me, Judge, may I take a minute to speak with my attorney?
Yes, sir. Let me get y'all in the breakout room.
Okay, let me.
Oh, Mr. Pammons, we're moving, y'all.
Yeah, Judge, I got you. We're ready to go.
Okay. Okay, now I've lost track where we were. Who was questioning? Mr. Trout, you?
I think TD was, but I think he was finishing over his client asked.
Yeah, Judge. Let me ask a couple more questions.
But
I'm sorry, what, Ms. Taylor?
he had just passed the witness, and then his client said something.
Okay, Mr.
Oh,
Pammons,
okay.
do you have any further questions?
Yeah, Judge, please, just a couple. Tiffany, in your conversations with Adam, I mean, he was very interested in his daughters, correct?
Correct.
And he was also very interested in Indiana's welfare because he'd been raised in Indiana as well.
Yes, sir.
I mean, they'd all been in the same household for quite a while.
Yes, sir.
Now, when this case first started, did he give you names of relatives that could be potential placement for Egypt and Arrow?
His great grandmother and great grandfather.
Okay. And you said the one thing that they developed was they thought his dad was living there.
His dad told me he was living there.
Okay, the father told you that?
Yes.
Okay, how long ago was that? Was that a year and a half ago at the beginning of the case? Or?
No, sir. Maybe 6 months ago. And I just recently received a letter from Adam saying that his grandparents were old and whatnot and would not be options for placement.
Okay. Did any of his other relatives, brother, sister, cousins, anybody contact you about the kids?
No, sir.
All right. I have nothing further, Judge.
All right, Ms. Zavala, did you have any further questions?
Yeah, just a quick follow-up. You were asked about whether drugs were a concern with Ms. Stotts at the beginning of the case, correct?
Correct.
We started this final hearing September 17th, right?
Correct.
And 3 months prior to that, Ms. Stotts was testing positive for cocaine.
Yes, ma'am.
And even prior to that, she had been recommended in her second OSAR to do inpatient rehab.
Yes, ma'am.
I pass the witness.
All right, Mr. Trout, anything further of this witness?
One quick thing I forgot to cover, Your Honor. Ms. Brown, in the Aguilar case, Dad had asked for paternity testing, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Those results came back
Yes.
and were filed with the court.
Yes.
Are you also asking today, along with termination of parental rights, you're asking to adjudicate Mr. Aguilar as to the father of Arrow in Egypt based upon those DNA results, correct?
Yes, sir.
And those were filed with the court on 12/18 of 24?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, just as a preliminary, I would also ask today to adjudicate him and take judicial notice of those reports that were filed with the court.
No objection.
No objection.
No objection.
Okay, I'll take notice of it and we'll deal with that when appropriate.
And with that, Your Honor, I'll pass the witness.
Okay, anybody have any further questions for Ms. Brown?
No,
No.
Your Honor.
No.
Okay,
No.
all right, Mr. Trout, any further witnesses?
I'd call LaQuisha Stotts, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Stotts?
Ms. Stotts, you're the mother to Indiana, Arrow, and Egypt. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you've been here through all the testimony.
Yes.
Okay. Couple of questions. When did you currently lose your job?
Last Thursday.
Okay. Did you notify Ms. Brown that you had lost your job?
No, sir.
So you said last Thursday, so 7 days ago you lost it. Okay. And you were made aware on last Thursday?
Yes.
Okay. Why were you let go from your job?
I had a bad reaction to donating and I couldn't go in, and one of the other girls had to leave, and it's not store policy to shut down the store, but I told her she could shut down the store.
And that's the only reason you were let go?
Yes.
Okay. How come you have not completed the court-ordered inpatient rehab?
Since our last hearing, because I haven't found a treatment program that would take me with my sober time.
Okay. So what do you mean with your sober time?
I've been sober since August 23rd, 2024.
Now, you had negative dilutes involved in there, didn't you?
Yes.
Give me 1 second. And recommendation through one of your OSARs was for inpatient, correct?
No.
You were court ordered in July to go to inpatient rehab.
Yes.
So in 7 months, you have not completed a court order.
Correct.
Okay. You've attempted it 3 times, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And have been unsuccessful in all 3 times.
Yes.
Okay. So throughout this case, you have not fully cooperated with the court orders.
With one, yes.
You have not fully cooperated with court orders.
With one, yes.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Morales.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Stotts, without giving your exact address, where do you currently reside?
In a house
Okay.
of
And
my own.
Is that here in Amarillo?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you lived at your current residence?
A year.
And how many bedrooms do you have in your residence?
3.
Who all lives with you?
Just me.
Okay. Do you have bedrooms for all 3 of your children available?
Yes.
Okay. If the court were to allow you to have possession and access to your children a day, what would their living arrangements be?
Egypt and Arrow would share a room, and Indiana has a room of her own unless they want otherwise. If they'd rather sleep together, that's fine with me.
In our preparation for this trial, did you submit to my office a few pictures of your home?
Yes, I did.
When did you take those pictures?
On Monday or Tuesday, one.
And
I also sent pictures back in December as well, I believe.
I made a presumption in that question. Was it you that actually took the pictures?
My mother took the pictures.
Okay. And were you present when she took them?
Yes, I was.
Okay. And you've had a chance to review them?
Yes.
Have they been altered in any way?
No.
Okay. To the best of your knowledge, they truly and accurately depict what they're meant to reflect?
Yes.
Okay. And Judge, I would ask to enter respondents 1 through 5. And I apologize, I did submit these to everyone yesterday, but I apparently uploaded the ones before we put stickers on them, so they're not actually stickered. I guess I can figure out how to do that, but I think everyone's had a chance to see them.
Okay, we just want to refer to them as 1 through 5.
Yes, Judge, I would just submit them as 1 through 5, and they'll be the only exhibits I have. So I mean, it's just going to be these.
But respondents, right? I don't think
Yes, I'm sorry, respondents.
Do you have those, Ms. Taylor? Okay, hang on a minute.
I don't have them, Judge, but I have no objection.
All right, hold on just a minute and let me see if I can.
And Judge, if this helps, this was in response. This should be on the same thread as Mr. Trout's email from Wednesday, January 29th at 3:25. And I replied all, which I believe included everybody, January 29th, 2025 at 3:45. So it would have been from that thread. And
Okay.
it does say that.
I went ahead and just sent it to Ms. Taylor and to Mr. Nowak directly. I just forwarded your email from yesterday.
And Judge, I will say, I'm looking at it. I don't see TD was on that email from Mr. Morales.
Oh, I apologize.
No,
Yeah,
well,
I don't.
Yeah, he responded on the Stott Shelton, not on the Stotts Aguilar. So that's my
Yeah.
TD.
That makes sense.
Well, and Judge, I'm looking for them. I do not have them, but I'm telling you, I have no objection based on the testimony that I've heard. I believe the photos accurately depict her house. I have no problem with that.
All right, they're coming your way anyway. Okay.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I got them. Thank you so much. No objection.
I have no objection.
No objection.
And Your Honor, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Will admit respondents exhibits 1 through 5. I guess Ms. Taylor could just number them in. It doesn't, I mean, if Mr. Morales, are you going to refer to any of these or talk about any of these individually?
No, Judge, I was gonna just ask for them to be admitted as a group and just talk, and she was just gonna describe in general. And I thought maybe if I did it that way, I could avoid a screen share as well.
Sure.
If everybody's okay with that and the judge just looking at it directly.
Okay. All right. Okay, you may proceed.
Thank you. Ms. Dodds, again, these are photos that your mother took, did you say this week?
Yes.
Okay. So is this a pretty recent depiction of what your house looks like?
Yes.
And you in the photos, do you have beds, mattresses for your both of the kids, or all three of them, I should say?
I'll grab them.
Is your living room typically picked up in this manner?
Yes.
Okay. What about their bedrooms?
Yes.
Do you have anybody else that's lived here recently? I know you said you live by yourself right now, but has anyone else lived here recently?
No, not lived with me, no.
Okay. Okay. LaQuisha, did you take a hair follicle, or did you submit a hair follicle sometime this month?
It was in December.
Okay, so you don't think you've actually had one? Or let me ask you this: when in December do you recall that collection?
I believe it was the 2nd.
Okay, so early December is the last time that you were that you submitted a drug screen?
A hair follicle. I had a UA at the beginning of January, mid-January, and it was also negative.
Okay, okay. And was that reported to you by anyone from St. Francis?
I believe Tiffany sent me the email.
Okay.
I believe. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. And then your drug screen, you submitted the hair follicle on December 2nd of last year, correct?
Yes, 2024.
And was it reported to you by St. Francis that was also negative?
Yes, the hair follicle and the UA were both negative.
I believe what you stated to Mr. Trout that you've been sober since August 23rd of 2024.
Yes, sir.
So before that, August 22nd of 2024, what kind of drugs were you using?
Just marijuana.
How frequently were you using?
Maybe a gram a day, maybe.
You ever use around any of your children?
No.
Let's see. I think you said that there was no rehab recommendation at your OSAR. Was that your first OSAR? There was?
No, there was no recommendation from my second OSAR.
Okay. Do you believe that Ms. Brown may be mistaken? I believe she stated that there was a recommendation for inpatient followed by outpatient.
She also told me that there was a recommendation for me to do inpatient followed by outpatient, but my OSAR assessment was never done. I never got through the assessment.
Oh, okay. So there was never a complete assessment anyway.
No, not on my second OSAR, no.
Okay. Why was that not done?
When I initially walked into Miss, I believe her name is Linda Dudley. I think that's her name. When I initially walked into her office, she stated to me that my caseworker recommended inpatient followed by outpatient and that there was no assessment.
Objection, Your Honor, a hearsay. She's stating what Ms. Dudley told her.
Right, sustained.
And Ms. Stotts, unless it's somebody who's a party to this, like a representative of St. Francis,
Okay.
you or one of the dads, you're not going to be able to say what somebody said, okay?
Okay.
Um, Now, the inpatient that you were ordered to do, you did, is it accurate that you actually had 3 stays?
Yes.
Okay, and is it also accurate on the first one you were asked to leave?
Yes.
How many days did you complete the first time you were inpatient?
14.
And what program was that?
It was through Serenity.
Why were you
Plainview.
asked?
I'm sorry.
Why were you asked to leave?
There was an altercation between another client and myself, and I guess from some of the statements from the other girls, they asked me to leave.
Okay. And do you recall what month you attended that initially in Serenity?
In July
Okay. And that'd be of 2024, right?
of 2024. Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. Um, and then your second rehab, did you actually leave that one on your own accord?
I did.
And what program were you attending then?
Cinecore.
Okay. And how long did you attend Cinecore?
I believe it was 6 days.
Why'd you leave?
When I went into inpatient the first time, I was having visits with my kids, and the second time I wasn't able to see them. I wasn't able to talk to them. It was hard to
Was
do.
that due to Cinecore's policy?
Yes.
Okay. So you weren't going to be able, I'm sorry, let me withdraw that question. Was Cinecore also a 30-day program?
Yes.
And was it your understanding that you weren't going to be able to have your visits for that entire 30-day period?
Yes, because Cinecore only does visitation on Saturdays, and St. Francis didn't transport on Saturdays.
Okay. And at the time were your children, well, at least the younger two, they were in Lubbock?
Yes, all 3 of them were in Lubbock.
Okay. Did missing that visitation, was that hard on you emotionally?
Yes.
Have you enjoyed your visits with your children?
Always. I always enjoy my children.
What do you do when you have your visits with them?
We play, we talk, we eat, we sing, we dance. I do Indiana's hair. Well, all 3 of their hair, but mainly Indiana.
Yeah.
Because of course she's in school, so
Does that seem something like she typically enjoys you doing her hair?
never. Not even when she was little.
Okay.
What little girls like getting their hair done? None of them.
And how old is she now?
She's 6. She'll be 7 in 22 days.
Okay. And you're aware that Indiana's still or living with your mother, correct?
Yes, sir.
Has your mother allowed you any visits that you haven't reported to the department or to St. Francis?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you speak with your mother frequently?
I do.
If the court were willing to continue placement with your mother or perhaps even make her PMC or placement, would you be willing to continue to respect the court's order as to what type of contact you could have with Indiana?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by potentially violating that order, if your mother is to be granted continued possession, you could potentially put yourself or put Indiana in a situation where she would be removed from your mother.
Yes, sir.
Do you want that?
No, sir.
Are you close to your mother?
I am very close with my mother.
Were you close to your mother prior to Indiana's removal?
Yes.
How frequently did you take Indiana around your mother?
Very often.
Okay. Do you feel like they have a strong bond?
Yes.
Aside from her more recent placement, has Indiana ever lived with your mother, even if she was living with you as well?
Yes.
And how many months of her life do you think that she's lived in the same home as your mother?
Honestly, I would say her whole life, not every day, but like even when she wasn't like actively in the home with my mother. She was over there every weekend. She wanted to go over there after school. She was always my mom. She loves her granny.
Would you say that she has a bond a little bit more frequent and close than your average grandparent with your mother?
Yes.
Are you familiar with her behaviors since I guess from birth?
Yes.
And is it accurate that sometimes she's had some disruptive behavior?
Yes.
Um, do you feel like emotionally she's adjusting well to being placed with your mother?
Yes.
Do you feel that she presents herself as happy when she has her visits recently with you?
She hasn't had any visits with me recently.
When was your most recent visit?
August of 2024.
Okay. And that was prior to her being placed with your mother, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
So if
since
you,
with my mother, I've had no contact with Indiana.
okay. Based on your knowledge of her emotional issues and past behaviors, do you believe that it would potentially be very detrimental to her emotionally to be removed from your mother?
Yes, very much.
Now, your younger two were quite a bit younger at removal, correct?
Correct.
And you'll have to help me out because obviously I wasn't appointed at that point in the case. How old were your younger two?
Um,
When
was 3 months old and no, yes. June, July, August, September, yes. Era was 3 months old and Egypt was a year and 4 months old.
and up until that point, had all three of your children always lived together?
Yes.
Okay. Um, but now they've been separated for more than a year, correct?
No.
Or no, I guess they've been separated since August, correct?
Until May. They
May.
weren't separated until May of
Okay.
last year.
Okay. Do you have an opinion on what might be best for them if the judge had to make a choice between having Indiana stay with your mother without being around her kid or her siblings, or with the court to make an effort that all three siblings be together?
I would rather
I
them be
don't object to speculation on this.
He's just asking about what her preference would be. I'm gonna overrule. I mean, that,
I would let the three of them stay together. I said that from the beginning of this case.
Okay. Would Has your mother indicated her willingness to take all three of them?
Yes, she is willing and able to take all three.
And it wasn't a home study was conducted on her home, correct?
Correct.
And she was only approved for Indiana, is that right?
The initial home study was denied. The judge made it to where Indiana could be placed with my mother when she reviewed the home study.
Okay. But not the other two children, correct?
No, I believe no, not the other two.
In your opinion, based on what's been reported to you, do you believe that your mother's done a good job with Indiana?
Yes.
Does she appear to have the ability to take care of the other two as well?
Yes.
Do you think that it'd be in their best interest to be reunited under your mother's conservatorship?
Yes.
Okay. Or at least her possession if the department were to remain conservator?
Even yes.
Okay. If the court were willing to do something like that, are you still willing to do what you can to try to get into inpatient?
Yes, sir.
Now, let's talk about your ability to get inpatient. I think you said you were denied because of your sober time.
Yes, sir.
How many places did you try to get in?
I tried like six different places before I stopped calling. They all told me the same thing.
What are you aware of the typical amount of sober time, or what's the cutoff before they start denying people because they've had too much sober time?
30 days to 3 months.
Okay. And right now, if you've been sober since August, you have a little over 4 months of sober time?
5 months, yes, sir.
5 months of sober time. Sorry, I don't count well. Um, okay. Were you motivated to work your services when this case began?
Yes, sir.
Did you complete them all pretty quickly?
Yes, sir.
I know you stated that you were terminated from your job. Have you been actively seeking new employment?
Yes, sir.
Have you found a job yet?
Not yet. Not a paycheck job, no. But I do have income, yes.
What is your income?
I do hair and I donate plasma.
Okay. I think there was
Oh,
some testimony. You do not have a vehicle. Is that accurate?
that is accurate.
Okay. Do you have access to transportation though?
Yes, sir, I do.
What means of transportation do you have?
I have my mother. I have a cousin who's willing to take me around, and I have a friend who's also willing to take me around, and my children.
If you were able to get possession of any of your children, how would you get them to school?
Well, Indiana's the only one in school right now, and there's a school literally right across the street from my home,
What
like
school?
within walking distance.
What
I'm
school
sorry.
is that? What school
Will
is
Rock.
that?
Wait, wait,
Will
you,
Rock Elementary.
hang on. Whoa, hang on. We need to go back to where, all right, Miss Taylor.
I never got the name of the school.
Okay.
Will Rogers.
Thank you. Sorry. Has Indiana ever been in that school?
No, sir.
Okay. What school does she attend while she's staying with your mother?
That is a question for my mother.
Okay. Are you forbidden to access her school records or to your knowledge?
Not to my knowledge, no, and I just haven't asked my mother about it.
Okay.
I just ask her how she's doing in school and things like that. I don't ask her where she is.
Okay. In any of these incidences that were reported, as far as any domestic violence incidents, were you ever arrested or charged for any crime?
No, no, sir.
Okay. And are you currently subject to a protective order with Mr. Aguilar?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How would you know when that protective order is set to expire?
I believe the one that I had at the beginning of this case expired in like January or February of 2024. And I received a call from the Attorney General's office to have another one put into place, but I'm not sure when it's into effect.
Okay.
I don't know if it's into effect like upon Adam's release or if it's in effect right now. I'm not sure.
Mr. Morales,
Yes, Judge.
let me interrupt you real quickly. We're 4:45. I don't know what our situation is with Mr. Aguilar, when we're gonna lose him. So I need to try to find that out. Mr. Aguilar, can you unmute your device?
Yes, ma'am. You can talk to the law library.
Yeah,
Here
I
she is.
need to
Hold
know.
on.
I
Hold
need
on,
to
here she
know.
is. Hello, Judge.
Yes, we are still
ma'am.
in this trial. I didn't know what time we're gonna lose him.
No, ma'am. We will be here until you dismiss him.
Okay, all right. I sure appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And Judge, may it please the court, Cameron Shelton is down to 2% on his phone, and he does not have a charger where he is. So if he drops off, it's not out of disrespect for the court. I just want the court to know that.
Well, if he drops off, I mean,
Yeah.
we're in the middle of a final.
I understand. I'm just not sure what I can do. I can't leave my office and take him a charger.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. So, Mr. Shelton, can you unmute for me?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have access to a charger anywhere?
No, ma'am. I'm currently at work, so like I won't have a charger till I get home, and that'll be a little bit after 6.
Let's just power through, see where we get, I think.
Well, let me ask this. When are you off work? I mean, when can you leave work?
Tomorrow. I get off at 5:30.
Even though you're in this proceeding with us?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, you're not working at the same time, are you?
No, ma'am. I'm completely away from everybody. My bosses are okay with it right now. They're just.
Will your boss allow you to go ahead and head home and you can keep this going in the car while you head home?
I do not have my own transportation, so it would put us in a position where I'd have somebody else in the car that could also hear what's going on.
Well, I mean, unless it's somebody that's going to be a witness in the case, that doesn't matter. But I guess the question is there anybody else that could go ahead and start taking you home?
I would have to wait for my ride, and I don't know how long that would take, just to be honest. I'm not trying to make excuses here. It's just I'm on the south side of town. My ride is on the north side of town. I don't know how long it'll take him to get to me.
All right. And nobody around there has a charger that'll work on your phone?
No, ma'am. I asked already. Everybody has iPhones. I'm on an Android.
Okay.
And Judge, I apologize for making this difficult. I just wanted to bring that to the court's attention.
Does anybody in Mr. Shelton's work have a charger?
Okay, hang on. I was having a little internet thing there. Okay, Miss Taylor, what's your schedule?
Yeah, I just texted you, Judge. I have to be somewhere at 6 o'clock.
So you have to leave by when?
Just like 10 till.
Okay, I guess we'll keep going until we either lose Mr. Shelton or we'll see what happens and then we'll go from there.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, sorry, Mr. Morales, you can proceed.
No worries. Okay. Sorry, I think my picture's rearranged. So I gotta focus where my client's at. LaQuisha, is there anything that I haven't addressed or asked you that you would like to address to Judge Baker?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay. You love your daughters?
I do.
Do you want them to be reunited with you?
I do. Very badly.
Would you agree with me that you've made some mistakes during the pendency of this case?
Yes, during this case, before this case, I made mistakes. I take accountability for all of it.
You worked diligently to work your services, but that inpatient was something that you acknowledged you just didn't get done.
Yes, sir.
Do you regret not making that happen?
I do.
I'll pass the witness, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Nowak.
You're muted, Vance.
I'm sorry, say that again, Dan.
Mr. Nowak, your witness.
Thank you so much. Lakeisha, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Do you think that it would be a good thing for Cameron to have visitations with Indiana?
Yes.
Pass the witness, Judge.
All right, Mr. Hammonds.
LaQuisha, how long were you and Adam living together? I mean, was it right before Egypt's birth, or?
We were living together for 4.5 years, And it was right after Arrow's birth that we stopped
Okay.
living.
Okay. And I mean, obviously, you know, we're here because there were some volatile moments, but in general, were the two of you working together to raise your girls?
Yes, sir.
And were you both working at the time?
Yes, sir.
Would you say during that period of time that Adam had a very close relationship with Indiana as well?
Yes, sir.
Now, was Cameron visiting on a regular basis during that period?
Yeah, he was visiting when he could.
Okay, and would that be maybe every couple weeks, or how would you describe it?
It wasn't a set, like, it wasn't a set pattern.
Okay. And would he actually take her overnight at times?
Yes.
All right. Do you believe it would be beneficial for your daughters? I mean, once, of course, there's some timing involved here for Adam to get out of jail, but for him to redevelop that relationship with them.
With our daughters?
Yes.
Would that be beneficial for them or for him?
Well, like, let's just talk about the whole family at this point. I mean, do you think it would be beneficial for them to have him in their lives at some point?
Yes. Adam is an amazing father to all three of my daughters.
Okay, the problems that arose were generally between you two adults, correct?
Yes, sir.
I mean, was he ever overly aggressive towards your daughters, did you feel?
No, sir, never.
Okay. And punishment-wise, did the two of you use, you know, verbal correction and timeouts and things like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have a pretty good relationship with his family? I mean, do you know his parents and his brothers and sisters, cousins, all of them?
Yes, sir.
And all of them were also kind of involved as a family with your daughters?
Yes, sir.
All right, I understand. I mean, this is a difficult question as far as what's going to happen in the future between the two of you. I mean, with protective orders in place and things like that. But could you see yourself at least trying to work with him to co-parent your daughters in some way?
Yes, sir.
All right. I have nothing further, Judge.
All right, Ms. Zavala.
Ms. Stotts, you were talking about your daughters being placed together, and originally they were in this case, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And by May of 2024, in Indiana's behavior had gotten so bad that she had to move to a residential treatment center. Is that correct?
I believe so, yes. I'm not sure upon the reason for her being moved, but she was moved, yes.
Is that because of violent episodes at school?
I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I had gotten incident reports from school, yes, or from Tiffany, but I haven't been told specifically why she was removed, no.
And she was 5 at the time she was removed and 6 now, right?
Yes. When she was removed from my home, she was 5, yes.
So at 6 years old, her behavior was so violent that she had to be in a lockdown facility. Does that concern you?
Yes, but no at the same time.
So you were here when Ms. Jorrant testified, correct?
Yes.
And when she testified that 5-year-old Indiana said that my mother would get hurt, thrown, threatened, and a gun would be put in her head, did 5-year-old Indiana figure out how to behave from what she was seeing at home?
It is possible, yes. She wasn't the most behaved from the beginning. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I'm not sure what you want me to say to the question.
Well, I'm a little concerned because you just described Adam as an amazing father,
Yes.
but yet this is what 5-year-old Indiana is learning from her amazing family.
No.
Okay, I pass the witness.
Kids learn from, oh, I'm sorry.
All right, Mr. Trout, back to you.
Thank you, Honor. Do you still keep in touch with Adam?
Occasionally,
So you're still speaking to him from time to time?
yes.
Okay. But you're unaware if you have a protective order between you and him?
Yes. As of Monday, when I received the call about the protective order.
Okay. But even after all these incidences, you're not being aware if you still have an active protective order, you're still in contact with him?
I am 100% sure that there is no protective order. It expired last year. I do know that for a fact.
Okay. But you just answered Mr. Morales saying you weren't sure if there was when it ended.
I told him I'm not sure if it ended in January or February of last year. There is a new one supposed to come into play, yes.
Okay. You're aware talking to him would be violating that protective order?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And still, after through what caused this case, the domestic violence and the instance between y'all, and everything, and him pleading and being in prison for that incident, you are still talking to him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you think that's a good choice if you're, say the court ruled and allowed your children to come home? Would that be a good choice for the kids?
Yes, sir. We're not living together. We're not physically around each other.
What happens if he gets out? Would you be around him or get back together with him?
Not physically, no. Be around him, no.
Okay. But you don't have any problem still being in contact with him?
No.
All of the parents, you, Mr. Aguilar, and Mr. Shelton, we're all in the situation in this hearing right now because none of y'all followed the rules of this court and completed your service plans, correct?
Correct.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Morales?
No questions, Judge. Pass the witness.
Mr. Novak?
Judge. Lakeisha, we just talked about a protective order, correct?
Yes, sir.
That had nothing to do with Cameron, correct?
Correct.
And I just want to emphasize again that you believe that Cameron being in Indiana's life going forward would be in her best interest, correct?
Yes.
Pass the witness, Judge. Thank you so much.
Okay, Mr. Hammond?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right, and Ms. Zavala?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Trout, anything further with this witness?
Nothing further this witness, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, any further witnesses, Mr. Trout?
No further witnesses.
This is the department rest.
Department rest.
All right, let's just take a quick poll here. Mr. Morales, you have additional witnesses to call?
Yes, Judge. I think I have 4 witnesses with Ms. Fuentes.
Okay, are any of them fairly short witnesses?
Oh, perhaps Ms. Fuentes.
We could try to get her on. I'll just tell everybody what I'm looking at is next week on Tuesday the 4th. Ms. Taylor is going to be with us. I think we've got finals that were set that day that I think I saw a mediation letter where they've settled.
with part of the, not everybody we have settled with, yeah. It's a partial.
On the Rico Martinez case?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you expecting anything lengthy?
Not expecting it, no, ma'am.
Ms. Taylor, I don't have you down for Thursday morning on the 6th. Are you free that afternoon?
No, I'm in Judge Anderson's.
All right.
Court is wondering how long this is going to go, and just for the court's benefit, I do intend to call Mr. Shelton.
Yeah, I assumed you all will be calling your clients, so, okay. I don't know, Wednesday the 5th.
I'm wide open that day.
Yeah, that's open for me, TD Hammonds.
The morning's better for me, but I could still make the afternoon work. I do have an appointment set up with the client that I was appointed to represent that speaks a very hard dialect to get an interpreter for. So I've waited about a month. I prefer the morning, but I can make anything work.
Well, I don't know what Ms. Taylor's schedule is and or if we're going to have to get a different reporter, but
I have Judge Graham.
Mm-hmm.
hang on a minute.
Isn't that right? Or is it you? Maybe it's you and it's Palmer.
Yeah, that's what I was looking to see, but
Let me look at my calendar.
because I was thinking that next Wednesday is got a Palmer hearing set on Tuesday, so no.
I'm with Judge Graham on Wednesday the 5th. We have like 5 counties.
Okay. So we can't do that. Well, I'm coming back to Tuesday the 4th. We are set to start at 1. We've got a short status hearing, Palmer County case, and then we have that other final. If we could start this at 2, could everybody do that?
Judge, I think
Yeah.
I should have a decent connection. I do have a hearing in Hansford County at 1:30, and so I'd either be depending on the court's Wi-Fi or my cellular service up there. So I would think that would be okay, but barring that, I mean, I should be all right.
And your hearing is at 1:30?
Yeah, and it's a de novo hearing, Judge. I mean, it should be fairly quick.
Okay. My preference would be obviously to continue this with Ms. Taylor taking the record. So I would like to go ahead and set it for 2:00, Tuesday the 4th. I mean, we're going to see if we can't take this other witness, but before we adjourn for the evening, but I think.
And then, Judge, I guess we just have to confirm with the San Saba unit that
Correct.
that's available. Okay.
So, Mr. Aguilar, we need to speak to the law librarian again.
Hello, Judge.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. You guys are discussing the 5th of February?
No, the 4th, Tuesday, the 4th, that afternoon at 2:00.
Yes, ma'am. We are available. If I could just have your clerk send another order signed off on by you requesting his appearance, and I'll have him present.
Okay, well, we can get that to you probably first thing in the morning. She's out with her son. She had a doctor's appointment in Lubbock, so I won't be able to really visit with her until later, but we'll get it to you first thing tomorrow.
All righty, I'll go ahead and mark it on my calendar.
All right, I sure appreciate it. Okay, we're going to try to take up another witness, so and then see if we can't get that done. Okay, Mr. Rouse, you going to call Ms. Fuentes then?
Yes, Your Honor, Nicole Fuentes.
All right, I'm going to bring her in from the waiting room.
That's an impressive 2% on Mr. Shelton's phone.
Yeah, Mr. Shelton, if you want to turn your video off, I normally wouldn't do that, but that will probably help preserve some of the battery life.
Alrighty.
Cameron, turn it off. Just listen in, and I'll post you later. Thanks, man.
Overstood.
Good deal.
Mr. Morales, you may proceed.
Thank you. Ms. Fuentes, will you state your full name?
Nicole Fuentes.
Ms. Fuentes, do you know LaQuisha Stotts?
Yes, sir.
How do you know her?
She is my friend.
Okay. How long have you two been friends?
Since we were 12 years old.
Do you have any biological relationship to the kids in this suit?
Yes, sir.
And what's that?
I'm their cousin because Adam Aguilar is my cousin.
Okay. Have you known all three children since their birth?
Yes, sir.
Have you been around them when they're being supervised by LaQuisha?
Yes, sir.
If you had to guesstimate the number of times you've seen them in her care, how many would you say?
Number's pretty high. I would say like I'm around her often. I'm always around her, always been around the kids, but like the number's pretty high.
Okay. Do you have kids yourself?
Yes, I do.
How many kids do you have?
I have one. He's 4.
Would you trust LaKeisha supervising your 4-year-old child?
Of course.
And that's even outside of your presence.
Yes, absolutely.
Have you actually done that before?
Yes.
Okay. Has she ever given you a reason to worry about your son's safety?
Absolutely not.
Have you ever seen her utilize any recreational drugs in front of the children?
No, sir.
Have you ever seen her use any drugs, period?
No, sir.
Have you ever seen her drink alcohol in front of the children?
No, sir.
Have you ever seen her drink alcohol, period?
No, sir.
Okay. Do the girls appear to be happy when they're with LaQuisha?
Of course.
Have you yourself ever witnessed any domestic violence between Miss Stotts and your cousin, Mr. Aguilar?
I haven't witnessed, like, I've never been around them when they've had like their bad altercations. Every time I've been around them, they were getting along, doing good for the family, like always laughing together. You know, I've never been around why they have had an altercation, like domestically.
Are you familiar with Angela Walker?
Yes.
And who is she?
She's Quay's aunt, LaQuisha's aunt.
Have you had an opportunity to see Indiana since she's been placed with Miss Walker?
No.
Okay. Have you ever seen any of the kids around Miss Walker?
No.
Okay. Your Honor, I pass the witness.
All right, Mr. Sherman.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Fuentes, you stated you'd never been around LaQuisha and Adam for any of the bad ones.
Right.
So you're aware that there's domestic violence between the two of them?
I'm aware of relationship problems, like arguments, disagreements. I'm not aware of like physical violence, like domestically, like of a hit or anything like that. I know like of the arguments and the disagreements, of course. Yes.
Okay. So what did you mean by for the bad ones?
Like domestic, like, you know, putting hands on one another, you know, like a bruise or a punch. Like I've never seen, like I've never been around that other than an argument, you know, like a disagreement.
Okay. Do you believe it's important in cases like this for parents to follow court orders?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you think there ought to be?
I think we've just lost Mr. Shelton.
Judge, he just texted me that his phone died. I told him that I'll keep him posted on what's going on today and that we're going to get back together again next week. Thank you so much, Judge.
All right, so you're comfortable if we proceed with this witness?
I am, and I object to the last question. I don't think she's qualified to answer it. Yeah, I'm comfortable going forward, Judge.
Okay. All right. And I was focused on the fact that we were losing him, so I need to know what the last question was.
If Daniel could ask, I think the question was asking her opinion about something that she's not qualified to give an opinion at. Daniel, ask the question again.
I believe I asked, does she believe that it is important for parents to follow court orders in cases like this?
Objection. She has no, I mean, she can't answer that question. I mean, unless she's ever had a court order in front of her before, unless she's ever been involved in a family law case before or a CPS case before, she has no basis to answer that question, Judge. That's my objection.
All right, I'm going to sustain the objection. If you want to lay some predicate, you can.
Have you ever had a case in front of a court?
No.
Never?
Not a CPS case.
Okay. Any kind of case?
With myself, yes.
Okay. in your case, was it important to follow the rules of the court?
Objection irrelevant. I don't know what her case was. I don't know what that case was. I mean, it has no relevance to this case, Judge.
Judge, I think
That's my objection.
I think as a citizen of this country, she's able to answer whether somebody should follow a court order or rule.
Well, you know, judges and lawyers can answer that question. A lay witness cannot. Judge, it's completely irrelevant.
Okay, I think he's getting there, so I'm going to allow him to continue laying his predicate. I'll let him go a little further with it. We'll see where it goes.
Ms. Fuentes, in your court case, were you asked to follow certain rules?
Can I take the witness on board, Dyer?
You may.
Ms. Fuentes, can you hear me? Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, ma'am. Was your case a family law case?
No, sir, it was not.
Do you have any understanding about when people should follow court orders?
My case is about probation that I have to follow, so I know about the court orders that I would have to follow considering my probation, but family law, I've never been involved or never been around or never sat in a case.
You're not a lawyer, correct?
No, sir.
You're not a judge, correct?
Sir.
You don't have any sort of background in whether or not we should follow court orders, correct?
Correct.
Judge, this witness cannot competently say whether or not anyone in this case should have followed court orders. I understand where Daniel was going, but I just think he needs to ask a different question. My objection is this witness is not qualified to answer the last question asked.
All right, I'm gonna sustain your objection that she may not be qualified to answer the question as to this case.
Ms. Fuentes, you stated you were on probation?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. In your case, do you have rules that are important for you to follow?
Objection, Judge, that is irrelevant to this case. Whatever she has in her probation case has no bearing on this case. It is completely irrelevant. That's my objection.
I'm gonna overrule. I'm gonna allow her to answer, but I think we can move through this pretty quick.
So, Ms. Fuentes, you would say it's important for you or somebody in front of a court to follow rules?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You haven't heard testimony today, have you?
I'm sorry?
Have you heard, you have not been in the hearing, so you have not been hearing the testimony, is that correct?
That is correct.
Have you had conversations with Ms. Stotts about this case?
Just that she needed me to be a witness.
Okay, so she has not kept you up to date with what's going on in her case?
Being her friend and we are very close, I don't know the in-depth details. All I know is that the kids aren't with her and she's not allowed to see nor contact them, and that she asked me to be a witness in her final hearing today. I just know about like court dates she's been to, like when they were, just not what they were in depth about.
Okay. Did she ever speak to you about what she has to do for this case?
Okay, I think we've lost her. Okay. I'm gonna watch I'll watch and see if she gets logged back in. I mean, I'd love to finish with her so she doesn't have to come back next week.
Yeah.
Been in the waiting room all afternoon.
I mean, for what it's worth, I think it's good that people follow court orders. I'll stipulate to that.
Off the record, you wouldn't know it from listening to you, but
Judge,
don't try sucking up to the judge now, Vince.
I'll tell you what, I gave my Bob Barker speech in Judge Graham's court yesterday. Spay and neuter your pets. That's my PSA for today.
I was going to say, from Happy Gilmore, what speech was that?
I mean, listen, I got to go Happy Gilmore and I got to do my Bob Barker because the Buffalo Bills got cheated out of being in the Super Bowl. I'm done talking, TD.
okay. Still don't have her. Mr. Morales, do you have a contact number for her or anything?
I don't believe so. My Miss Thoughts may.
I do, Your Honor. I can try to see if her phone died.
You could try to see if you can log back in. If not, then we're gonna just shut it down and she'll have to come back next week.
That's fine. Yes, Your Honor, her phone died. I sent
All
her a
right.
text and it didn't go through.
Then we're gonna we'll just stop right here. I'm just gonna make a note where we're at.
Judge, I will tell you this. I'm in Judge Estevez Monday morning. I do have a client that he has some mental issues. He is up for trial in her court, but based on what's just happened here today, I believe I can tell Judge Estevez I just need to be here on February 4th. And we also have that RICO final on February 4th. So I wasn't number one Monday the 3rd, but apparently I think the cases above me have pled out. So I
Okay,
think they've dropped down.
Mr. Hammons, if there's any problem, just let me know and I'll be happy to visit with her.
Yeah, I think she will. I mean, I realize all of you judges have kind of come to an agreement because these CPS cases involve so much planning and, you know, it's very difficult, you know, to get everybody together. So I don't think that's...
The biggest problem that we have is that this case was called back in September and
Yes.
we really, we really need to conclude it.
I understand. And I think, like I said, I think she'll work.
Yeah, I have no problem if you need me to visit with her. I don't think there'll be a problem, but
okay.
We're gonna go ahead and recess them.
Your Honor?
Yes.
She charged her phone and she asked if she could join back. Do I tell her no?
It's okay. Let's just see if we can't. Hang on, I'm bringing her in.
Okay.
Let's see if we can't get her testimony finished.
Okay.
Okay, so
can you hear me?
We have the witness back and Ms. Fuentes. So, all right. Anybody, Ms. Taylor, you may have to tell me where we were at.
Debating her ability to testify about a court order.
All right, Mr. Trout, were you finished with that?
Daniel was talking to her about, did you ever talk to her about what she's had to do for the case and where the...
Ms. Fuentes, did you and Ms. Stotts ever discuss types of services or anything she had to work through this case?
Yes.
Did she ever state that she had not completed some of her services?
Yes.
Are there consequences to things when you don't complete court orders?
Judge, I object to that. I mean,
overruled.
Ms. Fuentes?
Yes.
Are there consequences when you don't follow court orders?
Yes.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Nowak?
no questions, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Hammonds, any questions?
Ms. Fuentes, it's been your testimony that in general, your observations of Ms. Stotts and Mr. Aguilar around the children, you thought they were good parents when it came to directing the children.
When it came to directing the children, yes, they were. I can honestly say that they are good parents to all of their children.
They love you. You can see that they love their kids.
More than anything, yes.
All right. I have nothing further, Judge.
Ms. Ball?
I have no questions.
All right, then, Mr. Morales, back to you. Any further questions?
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Does anybody have any further questions for Ms. Fuentes?
No further questions.
No.
Is she free to go?
No
Yes.
Free to go.
All right, Ms. Fuentes, thank you very much for your patience today. I really appreciate it. You are free to go at this time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, then we will recess here and I will see everybody back at 2:00 on Tuesday, February 4th. If
Okay.
anybody has a problem with that scheduling, with any other court, let me know as soon as you can so I can reach out and try to get it straightened out.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sure appreciate everybody. Everybody have a nice evening.
Yes,
Judge,
ma'am.
thank you so
Ms.
much.
Sessions and Ms. Brown real quick. And a break.